This is the Levels Network. I'm Justin Horo, joined by the OG Willie Mason and the bro Lucas Stowe. Season 4, boys.
It's all good.
Season 4. We are back. Season 1 for Terry Torres.
Yes.
That is the biggest story of the break. Mate, we've had a good, 6 or 7 weeks off now.
Yeah.
Kicked the feet up. We've all had a bit of a holidays. We caught up on the weekend to chat about the plans, which we'll get to in a little bit. But we've got to start with you, mate. Congratulations. It was cool watching you. I was away in Foster, chucked it on Stern. And the reception for all of it's been awesome. And I know it's one of those things that, like me and Lukey, seeing how hard you worked on it, in and around doing the stuff that we'll do on the podcast, mate. So congratulations.
Thanks, guys. It was as I don't think people realise, because obviously I'm on TV about it now. It was 2024. That was 2024. Like a whole last year was already in the bank pretty much. Like I had to juggle around and do a few things with Seven and the Bulldogs and obviously Levels. And Levels was growing and growing at that time. We were trying to grow it, and I'm like, that was my main priority. And then I've got fucking acting on the side. And it was like, when I look back on it, it just taught me how to compartmentalise a lot of things, right?
Yep.
You know, coming from here in the morning and then going straight from here to the set. I'd have 4 or 5 hours there, and then going from that to Channel 7, and then just putting different little hats on and just sort of training yourself like that. That's why I think the next year, like last year, I grew from that as a person and just sort of could do a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
Because when you look at what we do, I always put things into hours and how much work we actually do. It's like, fuck, there's a lot of hours in the week where we could be doing a lot more. And I'm like, I'm going for that. So it's like, it's been pretty good now. Now we're obviously going out and doing a little bit of, I don't know, like trying to, PR stuff. Yeah, I was on the Today Show, and I think Kyle and Jackie O need me next year. There's a couple of magazines that I've got to do. So it's pretty weird doing it because it was 18 months ago. Now you're sort of you're going back in time, but you're getting your flowers now for it. And it's like, and it's weird. I got off social media because it's too positive, right? I'm very, you know what I'm like? I'm a realist with shit like that. And I'm like, that's not the real world, right? It's like, it's acting and all that kind of shit. I'm like, it's too positive, right? It's too positive. I'm like, get off social media, get over yourself. It was already done 18 months ago. Just look ahead. Because it's like going back. And I'm like, all right, that happened. We'll see what's going to happen in the future. But at the moment, everything is super positive, which I'm like, just stay humble.
Yeah.
Don't get over it. And then I'm like, I haven't watched it, right? Everyone's like, have you watched it? I said, no, I haven't watched it. So with Trent O'Donnell, he was the director. Yeah. And he's been really outstanding through all this, because I don't know how to deal with this shit, right? And I don't know if I was good or not. I'm like, you're saying it because you're the fucking director.
Do you feel a level of imposter syndrome with something like this?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, fair. This is not my wheelhouse.
That's 100% fair.
Because I said to him, he goes, have you watched it? I said, no.
Yeah.
I said, if this was footy, I could watch it all day because I know it's my wheelhouse. I know I'm fucking what I'm good at and bad at, and I know what I can fix. He goes, well, there, you answered your own question.
Yep.
He goes, you've got to do that. He goes, because season 2's coming. He goes, you got to look at Terry and see what you can get better. I said, fucking got me.
Yeah.
You got me. I answered my own question. I said, all right, I'll watch it simply because because you've got to get better as an actor, and I don't disrespect the craft at all.
Yep.
And I want Terry to be better, and there's more depth and all that kind of stuff. Because season 2, obviously. Season 1, Terry got a big part. A big part, bigger than I thought.
Bigger than
I didn't even know.
The way you explained it.
I know you know what I'm like. I'm just like, I'm just doing I'm just acting a little bit. You know what I mean? I was like, I didn't know while I was doing it because nothing's in chronological order. Like I'm just, I'll do a scene here, a scene there, and like I said, doesn't it go from episode 1 to episode 8? He goes, no, you can shoot episode 8 in the first week, and then episode 6, and then 5, 3, all around the shot. I'm like, I don't know what I've said. I don't know what I've done. I remember being in Lidcombe. Remember I was at Lidcombe for 5 weeks. Yeah. And I was in another place for 2 weeks, then out Bankstown for 3 or 4 weeks. And
I was when I was watching it with Kayo, and I was like, I got excited that I dropped you to a scene that I remembered.
Yeah,
because I dropped you in the city one time.
And I had
through the back streets of Surrey Hills.
That was the Surrey Hills one.
When I go, I dropped Mase there, and she's like, cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Like,
but you get excited over little things like that, you know? Like, like even like dealing with guys like Will Forte and Darcy Carden, outstanding actors in their craft, like they're superstars, right? And I'm like, I didn't, you look at the comments, like he stood his ground with Will Forte, and I'm like, I don't know how else to do it. Like those guys were helping me so much. And it was like, it was such a great little experience when I think about it now.
Yep.
And I've never really had the itch to go back until now because like my agent, Anthony Kidd, good dude, but like I told him at the start, I said, look, don't expect me to go and do auditions and shit. I said, I'm not a fucking 21-year-old aspiring actor. I said, I'm 45. I got shit in lock. It's locked down. I'm good. And he's like, because during this 18 months, he's like, do you want to do this? I said, I don't want to do fucking anything.
No, you want to see
until Sunny Nights comes out, and then I want to know if it's all right or not. Because it could be shit. And I'll be like, I'm fucking never acting again.
Yeah, if you felt like it got bad reviews after the fact.
If I'm getting hammered, if it was so positive, now it's super positive. I'm like, I fucking get forced into it.
Yeah.
Force my hand. I'll shut Sunny Nights 2 down. I'm gonna fucking, I'll be like Zac Lomax. Hey? I'll be Zac Lomax. I want more money.
We'll get
but so everything's been so good and positive, and I mean, I'm looking forward to like what's going to happen in the future because this is a whole nother like fucking side of the world. Like, you know, rugby league is our wheelhouse sport, this and that. This is a whole fucking another world, man, and it's opening up slowly. And I just got to play it right. I respect the hell out of the art and everything like who the actors and everyone's super positive, which I'm not used to, right? Yeah. We're in an alpha world where I'm that fucking guy as well.
Yeah.
And then you go to a car like on set and everyone's like fucking super positive and can I get you this? Can I get you that? And they're genuine. And I'm like, fuck, is everyone just sort of like taking the piss here? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, is Will Forte like super nice all the time?
I'd imagine, and I've seen you talking about this, was it on the Today Show?
Today Show, yeah.
I'd imagine like, especially for the main stars, and I don't know, like if you haven't been on set before, but when you're doing a production, like you're the new guy, if you're not up to scratch, then the show could fail, right? So everyone needs to, like, it's a different sort
It's a different team environment, right? And once I sorted that out and understood the dynamics of stuff,
everyone
they're like,
wants you to win.
You need to be good, so everyone is good. So they're like, it's like the weakest link, right?
Yes.
And I'm thinking I'm the weakest link in this whole fucking thing, right? Because you're talking about Rachel House and all these household names in that world.
Shout out to Arnie Gracie.
Yeah, Arnie Gracie from Boy. I fucking love her.
Have you seen the movie
love her.
Boy from New Zealand? That's like when I first seen her. So
Auntie's the best. She was my coach, acting coach.
Oh, was she your coach?
Yeah. So her and I are tight.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, she's awesome.
I've seen you doing the couch set up with her.
On stand
and reacting to
it's just cool. And like, you know, we send like Happy New Year and all this sort of shit.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and
she's a Kiwi legend.
A legend, yeah.
Kiwi legend.
And once I understood the dynamics of that, they're like, oh fuck, I've got to be good.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I put more pressure on myself to be good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like I started really getting right into it because the first couple of weeks, I don't know how they perceived me. I was like this big guy on set and what's he never acted before and all this sort of shit. Is he taking the piss? That's what I thought they were like. And other actors, are he's taking our job?
Yeah.
And I thought that, and then until Trent comes in and goes, I can't find an actor who looks like you.
Okay, can you give people the details? Because I know the details around that. Trent knew Willie Mason, the rugby league player. Was he a Newcastle guy?
He's a Newcastle guy. He's from Barna, across the lake.
So when he was thinking about the character for Terry Torres, he was thinking of you.
Yeah, it was already done.
Yeah, so rather than finding an actor that looked like you and trying to portray the character, he put in the work with you, gave you the heads up early, and then
had the confidence.
Taught you how to act.
Had the confidence in me that to go.
That you could
you could do it. And I said, because I remember I asked him, I said, what makes you think that I can do this or I want to do this?
Yeah.
He goes, I followed your career. He goes, you're exactly how I want Terry. And I'm like, so it wasn't me like going, I want to act. I didn't want to act. Just sort of fell in my lap, and he's made this phone call and. Of like just going, what's going on, Trent? And he sent me all these scripts. I said, what's going on here? Because like, there's a lot of dialogue here, mate. He goes, you're in it properly. I said, I can't fucking do this shit over the phone.
Well,
I thought it was a cameo in a fucking pub.
That first scene where he flogs the junkie, I'm like, I swear I've been there for like 3 of these.
Yeah. And it's like they go, you really stepped into it pretty good. I said, look, there's a side there I can really just go into, right?
Easy.
And it's like it's an easy mark where Terry's like that, and I'm like, my family, my family and stuff like that. I'm like, I could easily one, and it's like it's like an alter ego. That's what I fucking want to do. sometimes,
Yeah,
right?
I
When
know,
I have to sit back and be submissive, but I really want to get up and do what Terry Torres does.
Yeah.
Just fucking flog blokes. And I'm like, you can't. Just chill out. And I'm like, now I can do that.
The scene when I was watching you go into the office with that guy and drop him. Oh, I'm trying not to give too much away.
No. Hey, get it. Watch it on stand.
Yeah.
It's
Anyway,
fucking unreal.
I've been around you a number of times where there have been punishes like that.
Yeah.
That was the super extreme version of it.
Definitely.
Like full on.
Then the scar touch and everything like that. It's like, and he is a fucking legend, that bloke.
Yeah.
And it wasn't really acting because he's a massive fan.
You've lived that before too.
But he is a massive fan of me anyway.
Yeah,
like he
okay,
goes,
yeah.
fuck, I love you playing footy. He's mad Queensland, lives in Townsville.
Yeah.
He's like that. He loves footy. Like he goes, I'm not really going to act that much. I'm just going to go a little bit over the top.
Yep.
He goes, you fucking do what you normally do. So that was the beauty of it. And Trent's like, how would you normally act? I'm like, I'm just sort of like
Lukey.
Yeah, fuck. I'm looking around because you see me look at Will and that a lot of times. Like, fuck this, fuck him off.
You've done. We've seen that. Look.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah. You come in and look. I'm looking for you. Get him out.
Yeah.
And that's why it was like Terry was sort of my alter ego where I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of these other, and there's a lot of depth because he's family and there's drugs and there's addiction and there's money and there's CTE, there's all that
stuff.
sort of stuff. You know what I mean? I can dig into that sort of level because like it's not too far from, I got our brethren, our fucking, like there's a lot of guys out there like that. It's like, fuck, it's not good. So it's sympathy in there. And it's like, it's a little bit more in depth, I think. And I think that's what they tried to do. That's why I'm in the show more than I thought I was going to be in. Because I realized I'm like, oh shit, because I did a lot of takes, a lot of different things, and how they edit and everything like that is.
There's no guarantees that all those.
Yeah,
I
could have done that, and I could be in there for 5 minutes because like you suck. Because there'd be a lot of guys that would have been filming for hours on set, and the editing you're in there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So it's like they created a narrative for Terry, and they like where it was going, and it's like that's why there'll be like season 2.
That's awesome, man.
Pretty
and
cool.
And like I said, we caught up on Sunday just to preview what we're going to do this year and talk a little bit about it. And from for me, just watching it, I had immediately thought different possibilities and different shows.
You want to get in the show now?
Pardon?
You getting an acting career now?
Who's?
You.
No, for Terry Torres, not me, dickhead.
I was like, I thought you might have got the bug.
He goes, you know what? I just thought about it and said, fuck levels, I'm going acting.
No, I was I could see Mase in Sons of Anarchy. I started picturing Mase as that character, Terry Torres, and started putting him in The Wire.
Yeah.
Started putting him in Sons of Anarchy.
That's what Trent's been doing. He's
that's where I can see.
Because they build a character and now they're like, it's like Vinnie Jones, right? Vinnie Jones.
Yeah.
He goes, he played the same guy for 15, 20 years.
Yeah.
He goes, and Trent's not dumb. He goes, I'll build the character for you. So when you're trying to get these big roles and like in Sons of Anarchy and stuff like these up and coming actors, it's all about how much screen time you got.
Yeah.
He goes, you got like 40 something minutes. He goes, there's a lot of depth. There's like you being like this, and this, those different levels of acting and stuff. He goes, I've showed it all. So it's like, if I really want to pursue it, I could, right? But as I said to my Anthony, I said, look, I'm not a 21-year-old aspiring actor. I respect the fuck out of it, and it's fucking hard, and it's like, but you've got to be locked in 24/7 and hustling and all this kind of stuff. I said, if anything comes in that I think I can do or it fits the fucking schedule that I'm on,
the character fits.
The character fits, and I'm not, I said, I'll see about it.
Yeah.
I'm not going fucking auditions and shit like that. I'm like, fuck, it is what it is. I either fucking got the job or not. I sort of said to Trent at the start, I said, am I fucking auditioning? I said, because I'm not going to audition. He goes, no, it's for you. I said, fuck. That's when he said that. That's when I said, done. Yeah. I said, because I'm not going to fucking audition.
Table reads.
Yeah, no, I had to do a table read.
Oh, of course.
That, remember
no, but like when you walk up to the
just do something. There's a camera there and you just got to act. It was like, nah.
You're not Johnny Drama.
Nah, mate, I'm not going to that. I'm not Johnny Drama, exactly.
Vinnie Jones is a good comp, mate.
Vinnie Jones, he goes.
He was just recently in, was it The Gentleman recently?
Yeah, The Gentleman. That's good.
He's
good series, eh?
Good series, yeah.
No, it's things like that where you're not really playing outside your character anyway.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, I dig that.
Yeah.
You do
that's great comp.
maybe two a year. It's a fucking, it's all right. Little foot's in the door now. Fucking kick the motherfucker down.
Yeah.
Straight down.
Yeah. And like I said before, I sort of mentioned it, I think in previous years, a couple of years, like you're right, fuck, it was a couple of years ago now. But like for us as well, And I can attest to this. Like, you did prioritize us and make sure we worked around you. If there was something like you come to us and go,
A few 5 a.m. episodes.
Yeah, there was some crazy stuff.
You're like, hey, I've got to get to the set. I think I dropped you off set like 8 o'clock one time.
Yeah.
So let's push it forward and do it.
Or
like
do it early at
2
6
hours
and then
earlier.
drop us at 7:30, you know, like, and that. And the thing is, like, because of our level of success, right, that was a part of him seeing how we can converse and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you know what I
okay.
mean? He watches levels.
Oh, yeah, that's the last little bit.
Do you know what I
'Cause
mean?
want to ask you about that too, because we spoke about this on Sunday. Sorry to cut you off
Yeah.
on that specific bit. But there were definitely lines that you had where I was like, Mase has corrected him here.
Yeah.
Because Mase has said something that he would exactly say. And it felt to me, and I want to ask your
it
opinion
is.
on this, if this actually happened,
Yep.
that you would, like, he maybe wrote a line, you said, no, I wouldn't say that.
no.
This is what I'd say.
And that's exactly what happened.
There we go.
Because because there'd be a lot of, you know, the script, and I said, there's too many words for Terry. too many syllables. I don't think he rolls like that. Do you know what I mean? He's like, he's
that's
quite,
cool.
his etiquette's all right. He can speak okay, but he's not rolling with, if you're trying to say he's very, you know, calculated and he says this, I said, that's pretty much how I can talk anyway. Just don't roll with that sort of stuff. And then so I'd say it how it is on script, how Terry would say it, how I would say it, and how me and Terry would say it.
Mad.
It was good. So I do a lot of like the takes like that, and then most of the stuff that come out.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of ad lib stuff where it wasn't on. It was on camera, obviously, but like a lot of takes with Will Forte and Darcy were just off the cuff. He goes, you're comedic. He goes, remember, it's a comedy.
Yeah.
And I kept forgetting that, because when it's like 3, 2, go,
Felt serious
there's
at
fucking
times.
300 cameras around here.
Yeah.
This is 1, 2, 3, sweet. There's a fucking AD, assistant director, people on. It's all in a little room, and then you've got to focus on the camera or you, and it's like that didn't faze me, that sort of stuff. Do you know what I mean? That's why I sort of it was all right, you know. So anyway.
All right, Mase, big pay-per-view fight. Our friends at No Limit have put together a juicy card. What do you want to start? Do you want to start with the main? Do you want to start with
not the
Nikita
main.
Zoo?
Not the main.
We'll get to Zarafa in a little bit. And there's been bad blood between those families for a while.
Yeah. And they've set the little brother on him.
Yeah, Nikita. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Let's get to
Start. Nikita's super dangerous.
He's crazy, mate.
He's a different cat.
Yeah, I think we've met him a few times.
In Vegas,
he's
remember?
fucking You look at him, it's like he wants to fucking kill you. Yeah. It's a different level of like hatred, and I think that he's got that killer. Like Timmy's a little bit more like relaxed, and that where the little brother's he's the guy that he'll.
I love some of the stuff
He'll
that I've seen
get
from
after it.
Nikita. I've seen a couple of questions he was asked, like who would win in a fight, and he said bro Tim would get him, but he goes, if it was a street fight, he knows I'd fight the shit out of him. So.
Yeah, he's crazy. Like you could see that, and I reckon he would have been younger when Timmy was fighting Zarafa, right?
Yes, before it fell over. They never fought in the end.
But it fell over.
It fell over last
But the
minute.
talk, right?
Yeah,
He would have been younger. I want to fucking kill this.
He would have
Now
been
gets-
maybe 16, 17.
Now he gets the chance to get in the ring with him, and then all right, let's go. You can.
And there's a bit, I think it was Beak who was interviewing him and is talking about like, oh, you haven't been really like firing back too much with, he's been trying to get at your family and talk about your brother and all that sort of shit and the legacy. And in the most like
Polite, psycho way.
yeah, the most he's so calm and he's like basically I'll let the fighting do the talking. So I don't mind Zarafa. I seen
Zarafa's a good dude. No, he's a nice guy. I've met him a few times.
I think because I'd done stuff with the Zoo family over the year, I naturally floated towards the Zoo side of things. But I heard Zarafa get interviewed by Fletcher
he's cool.
on
He's a
SEN
cool
at
dude,
the end of last year. I like him.
No, Zarafa's a cool dude. You got to sell fights, right?
Yeah.
You got to sell fights. Like, I'm not sure if there's a genuine hatred between them, but we're interested.
Yeah.
You know, so he does a good job, and that'll be a good fight, man.
Winner?
Man, I think Nikita will get him because he's just young. I'm not sure how old Zarafa is.
Zarafa, let's have a look. Zarafa is 33.
33.
It's not, Nikita's a young bull. I think he'll just outwork him.
Yeah. I think for the because of the age, I know like 33 is not
27 and 33.
27.
So it's not that big.
Yeah. Yeah, see, he wouldn't be. He would have been 21, 22 then.
Yeah.
Stuff is going on.
All right. Yeah, I think Nikita gets him.
I think Nikita, for me, without even not being a boxing expert, looks to have like there's a potential for a bigger ceiling at this
Yeah.
point of his career.
Yeah.
So that part of me wants to see Nikita win.
Yeah.
Big Latsy.
What
versus
about
Nas?
Latsy and Big NAS? I think is Latsy fucking. Is he getting a big payday to do this? Because I was like, why would you fight Big Nasty? Like Big Nasty's having a year off, right, to focus on boxing. He's been knocking fuckers out, like not mucking around. Everyone he's fought is out.
He has a 7-fight deal. I don't think it's a year off. I think this is legit.
Fuck, he wants to legit want to go.
He's got a
Yeah.
6
And
or
like
7 fight deal.
Latsy's a fucking knockaround bloke. I'm not disrespecting him at all. But Big Nas is like 6'7", 120 something kilos, and he fucking can fight and move.
You can disrespect Latsy if you want.
No, I'm just saying. I just don't. He must be getting a fucking good paycheck.
We can ask him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
We're about to have a chat to him soon. So
Yeah, so I'm like, I wouldn't.
I want to save that chat. Let's just get to him.
Yeah.
We'll do a Zoom with him now and I'll
Yeah.
ask him those questions. All right, here we are. Levels Network joined up with No Limit, and we've got a big fight happening on the undercard for the Nikita Zoo and Zarafa fight. Is our great mate Jeremy Latimore and Latsy. When I was chatting to Mase about this yesterday, he goes, "What the fuck is Latsy doing? What has Latsy got himself into? Is he got a big pay packet? We want to hear from you, mate.
Yeah,
Like,
we need to
what-
understand what is with you fighting Nas at like he signed a 7 fight deal, right? So he's looking to actually take this shit seriously.
Hey boys, so I just rolled out of Showgirls over there. Sorry,
So he's taking you're
mate,
taking it real serious.
no, real serious, mate. You know that's how I prepare. Nah, look, I've been chipping away slowly at the boxing for a couple of years.
Yeah.
I had a full pro fight. When was that? End of 24. Then I just did an exhibition last year for my podcast. And then over the back end of last year, I was actually tearing in. I thought I was a chance of fighting another rugby league player, and I went to Georgie with that.
Yep.
Diving in the DMs, didn't get much of a response. I did at the start, and then went quiet. And then, I sort of started running a fair bit. I was going to try and knock out a half marathon because I got a bit frustrated with the boxing. And then, mate, they dove into my DMs, and I couldn't take the opportunity quick enough. Obviously, I've seen that footage from Bali. I saw him fight J-Wol, but I don't think he's been tested out yet.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'm very aware of his power. He's a big guy. Standing next to him the other day, there wasn't too much difference in height. Put our fists on each other. His fists probably a bit bigger. But, the weigh-ins this morning, I was about 112 at the gym this morning, and at the gym over there, sorry. And then, I'm excited to see what the big fella weighs.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what your game plan is. Obviously, he's got a massive reach. He's a bit taller, so he'll be just looking to jab, like, and just say just say it's real boring. He just wins on points. You don't want him to win on points or anything like that. So
No
what's
way.
your game plan? Is it to tire him out, or just to throw back or slip and just like try and go for the knockout or stoppage or something like that? Because being that big, it's going to be hard to combat, isn't it?
It is, mate. It is. And, I've had a couple of really good sparring partners. I had one guy who was 19. He's 140 kilos. He's had 9 amateur fights, and, he was so awkward. He was 6'10". So Big Nelly's 6'7". And the other bloke I had was 6'6", and his name was Kingy. He's a footballer. So, he was sort of a bit like Nelson, how he holds his arm out. I was watching Nelson hit the pads the other day briefly.
Just
More
yeah,
focused
just
on
sit you back,
myself.
doesn't he?
Sit your lat.
Yeah, correct. So, boys, you've seen me dance before. I like dancing. So
Yeah, you got to
I'm
be
gonna
able to
have
move,
use them.
man.
Got to be able to move.
No,
But,
but have
look,
you been doing a lot of footwork stuff to try and get out of his range? Because obviously you're going to get. We're not taking the piss. Like you're in it for. You want to fucking take this serious, right? And like
Bro,
Big Nas,
100.
and you wouldn't disrespect the sport or anything. Both of you are going in there with that intention to win and get the knockout. Like Big Nas does that, and I'm like, people are probably underrating you, right? Thinking because Nas is like, he's been knocking people out, and he did that to Jared Wallace. But what is going to be your difference?
mate, and that's it. And mate, it's just the work I've done, man. Like Brian Doyle's my trainer. He's Rob Whittaker's striking coach. He's Curtis Scott's coach. He's got Jacob Malcoon, who's fighting on the UFC in a few weeks. He's striking coach. So he's been around the fighting game forever. He was Jeff Fennick's main sparring partner. I've got obviously Scotty, so he's been up with me here since Monday, filling me with confidence. distracting me in my sleep and that. He sleep talks a fair bit. And then I've got Mark Gambin, who's in Nikita's corner as well. So, yeah, I've got them three boys. And Mark's been who I've been working with from the start. So I'm very lucky to have them boys in my corner. I don't lack self-belief, as you boys know, but, if the big fella catches me early, I might be wobbling like a baby giraffe, but the plan's not to get caught. And I think I do have the game plan to, slowly pick him apart. It's not going to happen early. He's going to come out hard. It's not too dissimilar how he played rugby league. He was off the back fence at the start. He was a nightmare to tackle, but late in his spells, he'd give penalties away. He would drop the footy. So I'm looking forward to, trying to drag him into that part of boxing. And mate, you know what? That was me, just coming off the bench, competing in the last part of the game, and hopefully that is how it goes tomorrow night. What are we, Thursday? Yeah, tomorrow night. But I am very aware he's got lots of power. There's a lot of hype around him. I'm sure his legs are going to feel like they're 140 kilo tomorrow. My first pro experience, and he hasn't done that yet. I was full of beans, confidence, went out. I went mad in the first round, and then I hit the brick wall in the second. So I think, he said he loves, this feeling of being hyped up and the pressure. And he also said he loves getting punched in the face. So, it's not my job to make sure he gets tested in them areas and feels that tomorrow night. But, the time for talking will be done. When we get into the ring, everyone gets out. It's just me and him. And for me, I've just got to go out and execute. I've been prepared really well by Brian and Curtis and Mark. So it's on me to perform. If I don't perform tomorrow night, that's on me, not them boys. They've got me ready, as I'm sure Nelson thinks he's ready. So, it'll be just the best man wins.
I love it, Latsy. I've known you for over 20 years, mate. We played reserve grade together 20 years ago now, which is crazy. And I've kept I've watched your journey, as you know, like we've been mates for all that time. Like you said, you mentioned, like if this didn't work out, you're going to do marathons. I know you've done stuff like Horrocks before. You've always stayed active. What's some of your favourite parts of the discipline that from boxing over the last couple of years that have really kept you engaged in it over the last couple of years, which you think will serve you well in the fight tomorrow?
Mate, and this is where I think I have an advantage. I think it's only through repetition, getting in and sparring and getting the work done. And, I got half a spray off Brian a few months ago because I was going out on the syrup too much. And he goes, mate, you're talking about wanting to have a fight at the back end of the year. You got to be more consistent and get in here, which, I got in there 4 to 5 times a week. And, it's just through doing the work in the gym, mate. Like, you can't half-ass boxing. And you mentioned that before, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face. And I genuinely don't know if Nelson's been hit in the face yet. He may have been hit in sparring, but, J-Well didn't really get anything on him. And, that guy in Bali definitely didn't. So it's my job to make sure I hit him early and then see how he reacts. Hopefully then he drops the footy or gives a penalty away and I'm there ready to take the opportunity. But, I do love it's only through work in the ring. I know at different times I've sparred people I thought I'd go good again. Actually, you know what? Curtis Scott humbled me the most because me and him, we did a lot of work together in 2023. And then he went away, did a full camp for Joey Lalia. And I come back. I think I'd actually done an Olympic triathlon. I started hitting the bag and that, think I was a man. Went in and sparred him. I took my daughter and son up there. By the end of the sparring session, I had an eye that was black. I had a busted nose and a lip. And that was just him doing 3 months of preparation for his fight. So, I've done that. I feel like I nearly did a camp to the back end of this year, plus then this 5 weeks. So I've done this 3 or 4 times now. So I feel like I'm really prepared. So it's just getting out and doing it. Like I can talk as much as I want. And, there are plenty of doubters out there about me, which I fully get that because Big NAS has that reputation. And, I was the old battling bench player. I'm 39, but it's up to me to go out there and prove that I am serious about this sport and get the job done. And, mate, as the Scope say, there's plenty of jam out there at the moment on the betting companies. If anyone wants to have a lazy 50 on me, go have a crack.
Please, anyone who's listening, gamble responsibly.
Yeah, of course.
Latsy, we're all rooting for you, mate. It's a great underdog story. Challenging yourself to this level at your age right now is commendable, mate. And
nothing but respect, Latsy. Good work, mate.
Thanks, boys. I really appreciate it.
He jumped in the ring, so he knows what it's about. So congrats all the way. And, looking forward to watching it tomorrow night, mate.
Lock in.
Live on
Thanks, lads. Appreciate the call, boys.
Pay-per-view on KO.
Yes, let's go. No limit. Here we are.
See you, mate.
See you, Lati.
See you, I'll just back into show, girls. See you.
All right, let's get into little bits and pieces that we've got coming up. We've got a couple of announcements for stuff that we're going to be doing. And we might as well start with this.
Yeah,
So
let's
I've got
go.
to the back end. Last year, we was chatting to ex-teammate of both of ours. You would have played with Tamana at rep level. Did you ever play with him? At
Not
Newcastle?
club.
No,
We
not
played.
club.
We debuted for Australia together.
Yep. So
New South
Tamana, so I played with Tamana Tahu at Parramatta. Obviously,
Did you get him? So 12? Did you get him at 2012, or was he at the Knights then? 10. Okay, sweet.
2010. Remember, he was at Para, went and did a season or two with the Waratahs and the Wallabies, and then come back.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he come
He
back.
did that in 8 and 9, wasn't it? And then he come back in 10.
Yes, yes.
So 8, 9, because I was at the Roosters and I
Yes.
saw him at
Waratahs?
Allianz all the time, and
Yep.
then he went back 2010.
Yep. And then I was also
sorry. Cut
Yeah.
you. I did. I played in Tamana's last game in Newcastle.
That's right. He come back. No, you
He
did.
come back for
Yeah, yeah, he did.
in Newey. So like Wayne got a lot
was
of
in the back row,
Newcastle
wasn't
backs.
he?
Yeah, and he scored like more tries in one game than I did the whole year.
That's right. He went into the
Last
back
game.
row in the
Yeah.
last season
Yeah.
or so. Yeah. But I was lucky enough to
love
play
him.
with T
Love T.
in 2010 for the New Zealand Māori. Oh, you having a look? What do you got?
Yeah, 7 games for the Panthers in 2011 as
That's
well.
right. He played for the Panthers.
He come to the Panthers and
Yeah.
then Wayne got him in Newcastle.
Yeah.
And he
8
finished
and 9
12,
at the
13.
Tars. He
Yeah.
played 2016 at the Denver Stampede as well. That's
Understand.
He was one of the most talented players of our generation of all time. He could fit
I
in
love
any
watching him play.
in any era. Tamana Tahu fucking dominates.
Yeah.
Prime Tahu, 2000s Tahu. He was part of those the Gaznias and the Tong Willie Tongas. He was a bit older than Tong and Gaz as well, but like Tatey and Hodjo, and he was there. He was there before those guys.
Started on the wing, then made the full-time shift to the
Yeah.
centres.
We had Gidley there, that right
What
side.
about his night stats? From 99 to 04, 97 games, 82 tries.
Fucking joke. That was T. And then he went to Para and he dominated there.
46 games, 20 tries.
Yeah.
But he could hit like a back row. He was just that power, bro.
I think I've told this story before. We had my first season, 2010. We played Sammy Burgess
Yeah.
in Souths. And this is after the 09 season. So there's a lot of expectations
Yeah.
on Parramatta, right, that season. So my first season, Daniel Mortimer come off a big year. And Sammy shot out of line while he was running some sort of shape and got little
cleaned him
boardsy,
up.
got him a beauty. But this is Sammy's first year too. And T made it personal and got Sammy as clean as probably and
As anyone could.
as anyone could. It's a young Sam, but T
He had
was
that power where you're like,
T was a beast, man.
when you spot like the 3-man up,
Yeah.
you'd be always looking for T
Yep.
and Francis Melly and blokes like that, like fucking, they'll hit you as hard as any back row or front row.
Yeah.
Harder. Because
Yeah.
you don't expect it from a centre.
Yeah.
And with that real fucking Mongo strength and
Yeah.
with a lot of anger.
He's just angry, man.
I love T. We've been fucking mates since we were 14.
Yeah.
We come through the night system together and everything like that. It was fucking brilliant. Then we played for Australia together in New South Wales and it was fucking unreal.
Yeah, so T has been involved with the Indigenous game, New Zealand Māori.
Yeah.
He's got heritage with both.
Both,
Obviously, I was lucky enough to play with T in the New Zealand Māori 2010 team. And we've had conversations with him and we've been talking about going back to New Zealand for a couple of years. We went back, was it 23 our first year we went over?
23, yeah.
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
So we're heading back to New Zealand and we're going to be doing some really cool stuff around both cultures, the Indigenous and also the New Zealand Māori.
So
I've
good.
also texted and been chatting to Adam Blair. We did some stuff with SEN this year and talked about some access and we just want to be around the game.
Yeah.
There's like no sponsorship involved with this. This is just something that we wanted to do at levels. We're all excited about getting over there. We've been given access to see the preparation around the cultural dances, the haka, the cultural dance for the Indigenous. We're probably going to get a couple of conversations with some players there. That is to be determined because, as you know,
This game can't die.
Yeah.
I'm hearing, we heard a few little rumours that the NRL is trying to shift it. I'm like, this is one of those games you just can't let it slip.
Yeah.
The players and
We love
everybody, like, we love it. Like, fans, people in podcast world, social media, everyone needs to get behind this game. You can't let it slip. I get it with the All-Stars. When I played All-Stars, it was fucking, didn't mean anything to us. fucking means a lot. All you got to do is watch the war dances, and you're like, there's a lot in it.
Yeah.
A lot.
I love the fixture. I'm super jealous of
Fucking
it.
love it. Yeah.
I wish we had it when I was playing. Like I said, only one opportunity to represent the Māori. But yeah, we're going over there. Like I said, to be determined with the players, because as we know, you've got to go through the right process of first they got to get selected, and then the coaches, depending on how healthy they are, the pre-seasons that they've had will determine who we chat to.
And it's good that coaches don't even stand in their way at all.
No.
Especially with this fixture, like the Indigenous and everything, like they all, Latrell, COTY, all those brothers, they get to play. They want to play, and Wayne's like, whatever, all the coaches. We're back, like, just say 15 years ago, we're like, nah, just if you can miss that game, right, you can miss it. Like even All-Stars, people were sort of going, yeah. That's why it dropped. That's why they cut it, the All-Star game, because ours was just a piss up.
You're speaking about the All-Star version.
All-Stars, the original All-Stars. Remember coming 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, sort of got lost around the late 2010s because there was no real passion in it for us. We just got dusted up. The Indigenous fucked us up big time because it meant something to them.
Yeah.
We're just in there because we just got picked.
Yeah.
Right? And it was just another week off.
We probably won't have Broncos players because they've got Hull on the 19th of Feb. And then we've got the Vegas teams as well, which might be, that's always a bit of a 50-50 if they're allowed to play in that game.
Yeah, so remember last year, the big
in
back
camp,
and
but they could be in camp. That's a good thing. If the,
of course.
Yeah.
They can bring them in camp. We'll have access to them like that. That's all they really want, is just to be around.
So that we've got the Dragons, Cronulla, Bulldogs, and Newcastle.
Who would be missing? Just KP maybe?
KP.
Who's always, he's 50-50
Gags?
with his foot as well.
Gags?
Yeah, so KP might struggle to play.
See, I would say KP have a rest, but be in camp, please.
Yeah.
Just for a couple of days. I reckon that'd be great. I reckon you'd be down for that. Gags, I think Gags is going to try and put as many games as he can, depending on his body. He's at the back end of his career.
Yeah,
but it depends.
I can't imagine. And this is, remember the sticking point. Pardon the pun. Ricky Stewart, Adam Blair were going back and forth with each other. The Raiders plays around
Vegas.
It seems as though it was denied, but it seems as though there wasn't a Raiders player that played right.
No,
and
Tup's
and it's one of those tough ones where it's like, I'm all for the game as well, but I completely understand Ricky making that decision because they were in Vegas.
Because they're in Vegas,
right?
People don't understand the flights and everything like that.
Yeah.
After the game and all there's a lot to go in it. So I would not be surprised if there won't be that many players. I think Cronulla might have a few that weird, like Ito and
Kayo.
the background Nikora.
Nico.
You know what I mean? Like
Nikora, yeah.
Nico Hines would be keen to play.
There'll be a few that they're the ones I'll be thinking. Yeah, they got a lot. Cronulla's got the ones to lose.
Yeah,
and I'll be thinking what the coach is going to do there.
Yeah,
how Fitzy's thinking with that. Fitzy's cut from that fucking Ricky Shield cloth.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Little bit.
And who's the other team? The Dragons.
Dragons might have
Terrell Sloan.
Yeah, Sloaney.
It's big. It's a big thing, and I totally understand from both points.
Yeah.
Where Blair is coming from, and we spoke about last year, and Sticky. It's like, dude, it's a long year.
Can't wait to be there. Be mad.
Yeah, I can't wait to be there, but those names that we just named are big names, right?
Yeah.
And do they play?
Yep.
I don't know.
We'll be it's in Hamilton too, by the way, not Rotorua. Like
I think Lukey Stowe was going to book Rotorua for us. And I was thinking, yeah, sweet. So we don't know where the fuck it is.
Yeah, I'll explain it for everyone. So we come in, we just like, all right, we're going to talk about our New Zealand trip, and we're going through all the details, and I talked about Hamilton, Waikato. My family's from Hamilton, Waikato too, which is cool. This is a big part why I wanted to go home. And then Lukey's like, I want to go to Rotorua. I thought it was Rotorua. And we'd been chatting because Lukey's got the card. He books all the flights and accommodation and stuff. And I said, fuck, you didn't book a hotel room in Rotorua, did you?
Fuck.
So
I was with you. I was thinking, it's in Rotorua.
Yeah. It was in booking.com. Boom, boom. I'm like, okay, how far is this to the stadium? That's weird.
3 hours.
H-Town, baby. We're going to H-Town.
I didn't know your whānau was from there.
Yeah, so I was, mum and dad are both from Hamilton, Waikato region. And then I was born in Auckland because Dad, at the time of my birth, was playing for Auckland before he went over to the Super League. And then we moved to Parramatta when I was 3.
Nice.
So been in Australia now for a while, but H-Town is the...
Are you looking forward to getting into camp and seeing what it's like and then learning the haka? And you interested in getting into that?
Yeah, I loved all
I
that
think
stuff.
yeah,
that
I
was
think you
that
should.
was awesome. And
Getting in touch with your roots again, man.
yeah, for sure. Like, and even seeing the Indigenous side, right? Like,
Yeah.
and the war dances that they go through. And I want to just, have conversations with players around the meaning, what it means to
And
them.
every war dance has been different. There's a different meaning to it in the
Yes.
last couple of years. That's what I'm like. I'm interested in what's this year.
Yep.
What does this mean and why?
Showing the process.
Yeah. I really want to know that.
So, for example, the 2010, we had, I don't know, like maybe half a dozen of the boys can speak fluent Māori. And then there was a couple of guys similar to me, like Shandor. I always sort of make that joke when Shandor all come into camp. I was like, oh sweet, like it sort of took the pressure off me a little bit because I felt like imposter syndrome. Like I'd grown up in Australia my whole life, didn't have a whole heap.
I didn't know Shandor had an ounce of Māori.
Yeah, grandparents are Māori.
Yeah, okay.
So Shandor was in.
So he gets that fucking beautiful skin from.
yeah. And we had to learn everything from scratch, basically. And look, to be fair, there's still so much.
You were young then too, man.
Again, like you sometimes you need a refresh, right?
Yeah.
Like, they'll bring up stuff and talk to you and some of the stuff that you got to go through. So I'm excited to go through all of that again. It's a cool process.
The older you get now, the more connected you get to your roots, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So it's like that'd be good for you.
Yeah.
Be good for everyone. Good for the game. I can't wait to get over there.
Yeah. When Lukey had put up a post that we're returning, we'll do this very quickly because people like us to stick to the NRL, even though we haven't really spoke about NRL at all yet, have we?
Nothing.
Insta Crooks wrote, "Oh hell yes, my work days have been too long without you guys. Hopefully get some NFL chat even after Scope's Packers got packed up after
still hurts.
this
Don't. It's too
weekend." Before we get into it, I want to let everyone know that me and Mase, we will be at the Coogee Bay for the Super Bowl with Mace's ex-2004 premiership winning 5'8" Braithen Astor.
Yes.
And we have a specific code and link for our audience, Lukey. I'll flick that over to you after this and we'll be able to put this in the bio. Let me get it up here. I had it up before.
Be interesting that we've been on a couple of ships in the last couple of years. Where were we? We're at the start of the first year, and then we're on a ship.
Yep.
1 year, which was fucking mental. And then last year we didn't do anything.
Last year I was at the Stain. Remember I was doing that NFL show with
I was
Grubby?
doing nothing. And now this year we're at fucking Coogee Bay.
All right, here's what we got at the Coogee Bay Hotel, guys. So we've got giant screens. You'll have an electric game day atmosphere with games, comps, and prizes. American-style feasts, bottomless drinks packages, depending on which package you purchase, designed for the ultimate Super Bowl experience, themed entertainment, pop-up bars from our game day partners, and there will be merch day giveaways. So they're all different levels. You've got the beer garden experience. Sorry, that is sold out. There's reserved seating just for the outskirts. You've got a garden end zone, and then you've got cabanas and MVP cabanas as well. So they're a little bit more expensive. That's for big groups, but we'll be there. That's in, 3 weeks now?
Yeah. What date's that?
We just had the
9th of
wild
Feb,
card round,
I believe.
on
I'll
the
get the
weekend.
date.
Divisional this week, and then NFC, and then bang.
Divisional, championship, Pro Bowl.
Yeah, they had that 2 weeks.
9th of Feb, yep.
9th of Feb. See everyone there.
But did you guys, and I wanted to, I saved this as well because I wanted to chat about it. I don't know if you would have seen it, Mase, but I fucking loved it. Did you see the lady from Jacksonville who had the really
she was
nice
super
presser?
positive, and then everyone just sort of had a crack at her.
Well, there was she's got
Couple
some
of wankers.
She's got some support as well. But how cool was that to see? I absolutely loved it. I've got
Can't
it
believe
here,
people were
Lukey.
blowing up because she wasted like 26 seconds.
Lukey, have you seen it?
No, I don't
saved
think
it.
so.
So this lady from Jacksonville got up and just praised the coach and said, "You should hold your head up high. You've been outstanding this year." It was just nothing but positivity to the coach, and like that was it. And then
Just a statement
yeah,
from
it was a
JOURNO.
statement. I just you should hold your head up, young man. You've done nothing but greatness for the town, Duval, all that sort of stuff. Positive, positive, positive. And people go like, "That's not journalism." Everyone just wanted negativity and all that shit. You know what I mean?
right.
It's fucking get over yourself.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get it up.
Was there like, oh, you're glazing him to try?
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
like
no, and he was
sort
the
of
first
thing.
year coach. It was their best record since 1999.
Yeah, right. Is that Trevor Lawrence team? The guy with the
Yeah,
long hair?
Yeah, Trevor
They just got beat. You should be proud, hold your head up, this and that. Like, it was like, okay, that was nice.
Here we go.
Then a few ex-players and some journos that tweeted a heap of shit. It's like,
Here we go. Here it is here. So what's
Fucking
I think
dumb.
this is. I'll play this and then like sort of put it up for the clip because
Yeah,
you know like
We'll
some of
make sure you send it to
and
me.
then I've got a question after it.
it's like what
with
Buzz
regards-
Rothfield does in
Here you
presses.
go. That save that.
Real Free Press News. I just want to tell you congratulations on your success, young man. You hold your head up, all right? You guys have had a most magnificent season. You did a great job out there today. So you just hold your head up, okay? And ladies and gentlemen, Duval, you the one, all right? Keep it going. We got another season, okay? Take care and much continued success to you and the entire team.
Thank you, ma'am.
How good's that?
Yeah, positive.
How good's that?
That's
It
what
was
Buzz
awesome.
should say to Gus. At
Here's
the
my
end of the year.
question. Here's my question for you. Here is my question for you, OG. From the journos, from the NRL journos to a coach, who would you like? Because by the way, and a part of it as well, I love the response of Liam Cohen. He would have been devastated. He's a first-year coach. He's been an offensive coordinator at the Bucks. It's his first year. He's done an outstanding job, like Mase said before there. With what he's done at Jacksonville, they've been down in the slums now for at least, well, the whole time that Trevor Lawrence has been there anyway. I think they had one good season actually with Trevor Lawrence. But like the way he handled it with humility too, because like there's a part of me when I first started hearing it, I was like, man, this is the last thing you want to hear. And then as it went on, you could see how genuine she was.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, fuck, this is cool. And he handles it with grace as well.
Yeah.
I love the whole interaction with it. And it's been very polarizing because some people have complained about it. I think the majority and most decent humans have been
They
happy
respect
with the
that.
interaction. But if this is the NRL version, Mase, what journo do you think could speak love into a situation like that come maybe in a first week elimination finals for a coach?
Well, I think like we're copping it the last couple of years because of our
Dogs?
failures.
Serrano?
Our failures in the finals.
Yeah,
You get rated on your fucking on the preseason. No one cares about the normal season. We've been bang bang and then fucking straight sets. So, and you know,
Do you reckon Ciro would have
Ciro would,
handled
yeah.
that well?
he takes shit personally. He doesn't like fucking a lot of people. I love him.
Yeah.
Him and like, you know, just say Buzz.
Yeah.
It'd be great if Buzz got in there and had to like swallow his pride and just say, yeah, you've had a great year. Well done, boys, on winning.
Yep.
Right? The fucking comp or something like that. Because he's, you know what Buzz and Gus are like.
Yeah.
It's fucking two kids going at it.
Yeah.
But they're proper adults. But
so-
like Buzz would be sitting there just having to interview Ciro in grand final week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Something like I'd love to see that and just to and for us to win.
It's funny because Ciro was my first example that I thought of too, like what the job that he's done to get to where he did with the Bulldogs in the first year and speak life into what they're trying to achieve there and, you know, seeing what they could potentially become. Now, this is a little bit different because she is a Jacksonville beat writer, right? Like she follows Jacksonville everywhere.
Yeah, it's just,
You know, in the NRL, it's different.
We
You
don't
don't
really have
have
that.
specific team journalists that follow the team everywhere.
Yeah.
But I could see Lara Pitt. I could see a Lara Pitt saying something positively like that in a media.
What, to Flano, because
Yeah.
she's a big Dragons fan?
Is she a
to
Dragons
anyone.
fan, is
I
she?
believe so, because isn't a...
She is Dragons. I
yeah.
think Lara is Dragons. But Lara's got good positive energy too.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like she's not someone
would
out
that
there
be
trying
frowned
to get-
upon? You reckon if someone did that, just say Danica did that or someone like that, Danica Mason?
Danica or Danica's another good shout.
I don't reckon
Danica's
we'd.
never in the scrums.
I'm just saying, I don't think
yeah.
anyone would really care like the Yanks do.
I think it's like when you get mic time and like that's why it's controversial. It's
Yeah.
like so valuable to even have a conversation with these
But do
people.
they not understand like the landscape of media now? Like it's like I know that they're like first in wins and tweets and all that sort of shit. It's like, but that's everyone's on Twitter anyway. With
Yeah.
if you're a journo, it's the first one to get the tweet out, not to get a recording from the live thing. It's like it's bullshit now.
Yeah.
20 years ago, I would have said, yeah. Well, if you're a journo, you would be hating that. Now it's like you're on your phone the fucking whole game anyway, tweeting about it. So you're in there first anyway. You're just jealous because she said some positive shit.
Well, what about
and you
this?
want to come out and say some negative stuff.
What about looking at it this way, right? So what's the purpose for journalism? For, you know, for who she is as a journalist, but also whatever, say, site she represents. It's about getting clicks and views.
Yeah.
She's got more clicks
won.
and views.
Yeah,
She won.
She's got more clicks and views, and people know her name more than any other journo now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than I fucking
You sort of flip the narrative. on
She's
what
flipped
gets
the
views.
narrative.
Yeah.
So she's got the views and the listens. Like
Pat McAfee's like headlining.
if the people that are complaining about she took up 45 seconds of a 15-minute presser, no one else gives a shit about what anyone else has said in the rest of that 14 minutes or whatever that's been in the presser. It's been about her. So she's done a great job for her own profile.
Yeah.
But also whoever she represents, like the Jacksonville beat writers, I imagine it's really popular now back home in Jacksonville.
100%.
So
You can look at it both ways. Like Pat McAfee stuck up for it, which is good.
yeah, Pat loves it. Pat's the gun.
I love him.
Pat's the weapon. So, there we go. All right, we will be at. Just reminding everyone, we will be at the Coogee Bay Super Bowl Monday. The link to buy tickets, to purchase tickets to come and see us and Braith will be in the bio. So. Come and join us. It's always good fun those days for the Super Bowl, even though my Packers will not be a part of it. Oh, just quickly, let's get a prediction. Who do you – it's wide open Super Bowl going into it.
I was thinking Philly, and then Philly gets dusted by 49ers.
Yeah.
AFC, like look at the Texans. They dusted up, but he played so bad, that little Stroud. Tried everything to lose the game.
I think he had 5 fumbles.
Yeah, it's just like, fuck, what are you doing, mate? Far out.
There's no clear cut.
I don't even know. Pats, maybe from the AFC, Pats or Bills.
Do you think Bills –
But they play each other, don't they?
do you think Josh Allen can get over the hump now that like Patty Mahomes and Lamar?
He's going to get hammered if he doesn't. If he doesn't beat a young.
He's the dude left.
Drake? Yeah,
Like in terms of the quarterback position, he's the dude left.
yeah. Well, they're all fun, but they're all out now, and everyone's going, "Oh, when's it his turn?" Like you guys are, those guys are out now. It's your turn to run the AFC this year, and now you get if Pats get him. That's bad.
As good as these young quarterbacks look, and Drake May looks like he's going to have a really good future, and so does Bo Nix. And on the other side, you've got Caleb Williams. That draft class is looking fucking the Mickey now too, from a couple of years ago.
Bears, can they beat San Francisco?
I think the Bears are playing the Rams.
The Rams.
I think the Bears are playing the Rams. The Seahawks are playing the Niners, which would be cool.
Right.
This is the first time.
Okay.
This is the first time the Niners and Seahawks have played each other since that famous Richard Sherman game. Richard Crabtree.
Sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, that's receiver like Crabtree. Yeah.
Oh man.
So it's a cool series. It's cool playoffs in a way as well.
I usually
because
just go for the play. Like you love it. Like you're a super coach and all that sort of shit. And I'm just like, it's like my favorite players, and most of them are out. Yeah, but I like the Rams.
Yeah.
Because I like Devontae Smith.
Devontae Adams.
Devontae Adams, yeah. And Smith.
Yeah.
And I like Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
Like he's a gun.
I think if you have to, even though
Representing the islands as well.
I think even though they took the long route and looked a little bit shaky at the back end, and even against Carolina, they weren't. There were times where I thought Carolina might have got them. I still think I like the Rams in the NFC. I like the Rams.
I'd like to see the Rams.
I'd like
go
to see
through.
Stafford get another ring. I want to see my guy Devontae Adams. He's a Packers for years. So
Puka.
I like Puka. So
They've got the team to win, haven't they?
They definitely do.
Yeah.
Good young defense.
What is that? The NFC West? That is stacked.
Yes.
That is stacked.
49ers, Seahawks, Rams
all
are still alive.
three,
Yeah. And even the Cardinals.
I
think they would have won like 5 or 6 games this year as well, maybe more.
Yeah. They finished good.
That was easily the best
They were
division.
shit at the start,
While we're at it, we want to thank give a big shout out to our partners for 2026. Again, Tab have been with us since day one, haven't they, Mase? They will be where we will be getting all of our exclusive odds throughout the season. Starting next week, we'll have our predictions. We will start talking future bets that we like and all that good stuff. And then we were able to go back and have a look because I've got all the Sonia from last year.
You got it.
It's all saved up. So we can, and even with what we're about to do now with the signings, I've got all our favourite signings from last year, our top 3, and we're going to have our top 3 this year. So, we'll have all our odds getting ready to fire up this season. So thank you to Tab for partnering us again in year 4 years in a row. Papa Macro's jumped on at the end of the year. Remember, they are the best in the business for healthy, fresh meal prep. So Australia's freshest chef-made meals delivered weekly. Remember, our code is still alive, and it has been going all through the 6-week break that we're off. I think, they had a 2-week break over Christmas like everyone does. Get into your you have those family feasts and the tucker and all that sort of good stuff.
Tools down for the chefs.
Tools down. I like that. But if you weren't aware of Papa Macros with us and our partnership that we had at the back end of last year, you can put in the code levels30 on papamacros.com.au and that'll get you $30 off your first box. Once, and I know we all know that you'll love that because we have seen the numbers and everyone returns. Once you have your first box and you've ticked that off, from then on, if you put in the code levels10, that will get you 10% off all future orders, and that is going all year round. We're with Papa Macros all
Get
year.
that December gut off.
Yeah, this is the time when
Lock in.
there's people locking in and getting into working on their new rigs for 2026.
Summertime's here, right?
So that's
Is it summer? Yeah, it's summer.
Yeah, have any of us done anything? This just got me flowing here. Ad lib with this stuff. Is there anything that you've wanted to implement in 2026 that?
I don't know.
Nothing
really.
crazy?
Just keep doing work on what we did and build from last year.
Yeah.
Right? Just keep building and building.
Lukey?
My friend floated the idea of a High Rocks redemption.
Fucking High Rock's been getting fucking hammered from people. Why is that?
Oh, it's just
There's just hate from everywhere, isn't it?
everyone
There's different
who does
levels
High
of the
Rocks
fitness
talks about
stuff.
doing High Rocks.
Gotcha.
So you can't do anything. Yeah, it's like when CrossFit come out. Like CrossFit had their own. Like you were a CrossFit fuck the fitness world's toxic, isn't it?
Yeah, but I have
Just be happy with people getting fit.
That's it.
Shut the fuck up.
Exactly. I bought a ticket in the Parramatta Half Marathon, so that's
Oh,
my
awesome.
little mid-year
When's
bucket
that?
list. 21st of June, so I got literally 6 months basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I told
You gonna go crazy? You doing marathons and shit this year?
You've got the Husky.
I got invited last year at the back. I wanted to have a year off because I did the marathon 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
and it's fucking tough.
Fucking hard on you,
It's
man.
it's tough on the body the actual day, but the preparation takes a lot of time. And
Yeah,
we
you
got
gotta
we
lock
got a lot busier last year, especially
Yeah.
with the games. I could be with the SEN stuff.
Yep.
I'm still doing that on Fridays and Sundays, and then therefore, basically, it comes down to do I want to run a marathon or do I want to play golf? And I chose golf.
I know what you want.
And I chose-
That's what I think I might have a little goal. I want to sort of
Yes.
play all right golf. I'm going to get some lessons. I got the fucking mad clubs from TaylorMade. I'm like, they're just sitting in there, sitting in the fucking garage.
Okay, there's a goal for you then.
That's
this
what I
year,
want to do. I
mate.
sort of want to hit the ball okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Let's no. I want
There's all other goals,
Maybe
business
we-
goals, but
I
no
want
one's
to
gonna
propose
know.
a challenge.
I've got one because I just saw your notes as well.
Okay, go
What
ahead.
if the comment of the year
Yeah,
gets to play around with Triple OG at the Levels Golf Day?
there we go. Perfect.
Do I have to
Perfect.
give up my job? My
Oh, you might have to.
No,
I'm joking. No,
here's what we do, Mase. So
get me ready for fucking levels golf.
so
day.
we in order to get you ready for the Levels Golf Day, let's get and for
give you 9 holes.
let's get. What's an achievement? Actually, I'll let the listeners come up with it. Here we go. Let's
some-
get our first
Understand
interaction.
how shit I am and how much I can fucking play.
So-
9 holes I'll give you.
With no exaggeration, Mase has played a few golf days. He normally has a hit, hits a few golf balls, gets on the drinks cart, drives around, brings the vibes. It's all fun. Or Ambrose, which is Ambrose,
Love
as you know. If
Ambrose.
you've played golf, what is the handicap that we would like Mase to get to for the golf day? To
Give me some lessons, man.
yeah. To
What do you
to get
start
him-
at? 130 or something?
No, as in. So what it does is you put in 3 scorecards.
Yeah.
And then whatever your plus from the handicap, that's what your handicap
massive.
goes. So
Right.
if you say, for example, a lot of people who start from scratch are normally anywhere
Sorry,
between
30 I went, man.
25 to 35. Right?
Yeah, right. So I was on the
25
money.
over to 35 over.
Yeah.
Like that's 2 over par pretty much every hole.
Yeah.
Every now and again you can jag a good one, get
Yeah.
a par, but then there's a lot of triples and whatever.
Jeez.
So what do we think? Let's set a target for Mase to get to for the golf day, and I've got some more details with that later on. We'll get to in a little bit.
Levels golf day, best day of the year.
Levels Golf Day. And Mase, because I'll help you with that, because I love that. That's
Yeah.
my bread and butter. My handicap is at 11.8 right now.
You 11.
I was trying
You
to
want to get single figures.
I was
eh?
trying to get to singles. I was trying to get to singles, but I couldn't get it before we got back. But one thing that Mase has just been really good at, and it's part of the reason I sort of started it for this year. One thing I want to get done this year is implemented fasting into my routine. So I'm 2 weeks in. I've done 2 weeks already.
Could be very grumpy on the Monday episode.
So
How you
get
going
ready for
with it?
Mondays.
Yeah.
I really struggled. So I'll explain everyone exactly what I'm doing. You've talked about it a lot, about gut health, and even just the discipline side of it, right?
Yeah.
Is really appealing to me. So my last meal every week is on Sunday night dinner, and then I just don't eat again until Monday night. Yeah. So I'm fasting every single week for 24 hours.
You do that easy.
For some people, that's quite easy. You can do that, no dramas. For the first week I did it, I was like, yeah, this is sweet. Like, I can get this done. I think it's because it was a new thing.
Yeah.
And it was like, I felt like it was cool. And there's maybe a part of like, this is a cool new challenge for me. Week 2 was completely different. I was like, I already started like, I got to about 2:00 in the afternoon, and I started to question why I'm doing it. And then
what are the benefits?
I started to think like, I don't have to do this.
I train enough.
All these things started going through my head, and I started to get really irritable.
Yeah.
Really
No,
irritable.
it is.
And it was only like, 16 hours or 17 hours or 18 hours into a fast.
Yeah, you got to
Well, at
just
least you have the podcast to sort of get you through the lunch period.
body
on
will
the
get you-
Monday.
That's exactly why I did it.
Stay busy.
I was smart where I allocated it, right? Because I'm not going to do it on the weekend. You could be catching up with mates for breakfast or lunch or whatever.
Could have missed out on
so
dinner
I purposely
or lunch.
made it Sunday because one, I normally do. I'm finishing like with radio. I could be eating rubbish on that Sunday night, especially if I don't prepare my meals, don't have my Papa macros and all that. So sometimes I eat rubbish when I'm doing commentary stuff. Or I might be getting something sloppy on the way home. So Sunday is my last meal from coming home from commentary.
Yeah.
And then in the morning I wake up, stay active, train, prepare all my notes for the podcast, come in and do the podcast with you. By the time we finish, it's like 11:30, 12.
Yeah.
Bang. I've slept and done podcasts.
You'll do the podcast easy.
So then I just got to get through 6 hours when I get home.
Play golf.
Get it? Yeah.
Play golf
Yeah.
on Monday.
Yeah, that could be it.
Yeah,
Going
I
straight
could just
here
switch a
and-
day and go play golf.
That's
That's
it.
where if I do the 72s, I'll be starting on Monday and I won't eat till the Thursday.
Okay,
So
so-
I use the podcast to podcast.
Yep.
And it's just like, okay, and then you got to stay busy. I'll be fucking doing everything just to stay like, not be at home.
How often do you do your 3-day fast?
Oh, probably once a month.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try and do that. Well, once every depends. 3 months depends. Like, if you just want a full fucking just get out system,
Yeah.
you know, like it's usually after if I'd had a drink or something like that, but I don't fucking drink fuck all now. So it's like it's just a big cleanse, pretty much.
Yeah.
So you'll get that. You'll get to 24, and then you'll slowly get past that ghrelin where it's make that hunger fucking thing that you have.
Yes.
That's
There we
24
go.
hours. It disappears, right?
Yeah, so
then you can get to the third. Then the next time you sleep, you get to 36, and then you start dealing with you're not getting hungry.
Yeah.
You're not getting irritable. That's the biggest one.
on
right?
Monday night, straight after, I remember the first week. I can't remember what we had for dinner, but I smashed it and we ate heaps of it. And I was just like, I was really hungry. The second week, even just only 2 weeks in, just 24 hours, Kai made these enchiladas, which were awesome. And I thought I was going to smash them, and I only got through a couple of them.
Yeah.
And I could normally eat like 3 or 4 of them. They're like some mince in there with some, avocado, sour cream, bit of melted cheese and that on top.
Your stomach's retracting, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think
But
it
see,
was.
for you to reap all the benefits, you've got to get through 24 hours.
Yeah.
If you can
Because
get
you just start to get the benefits.
Yep.
And then it goes away
Yeah.
because you start eating again. So that's
Push
when
it
if
to
you
the
can
Tuesday
get that
morning.
to the then you won't want to eat all Tuesday. I swear to God, if you just get through that,
Okay.
and just do yourself, as I said, take it easy do it for a month, the 24 hours. Then you'll be like, fucking, just go to bed. Figure out how to go to bed. That's what it is. And then you wake up and you've fucking got 36 in the bank. And then that's the hardest thing for me is the 24 hours. Getting them from the Monday till tomorrow, you know what I mean? I'm like, that's a struggle because you can want to break sometimes.
Yeah.
Then if you get to 36, it's done. 36, you get to 72.
Okay.
Telling
All
you.
We'll see how
Telling
we
you.
go.
You got to build up to it,
See
right?
how we go.
I do want to add one more thing too. A big congratulations, Mr. Horo.
Oh, yeah,
The
thank
number
you.
2 on the way.
Yeah. So,
Soon, huh?
Speaking
Yeah.
of getting busy,
yeah, April got a little boy that's due, so
Shit.
it's exciting. It's cool. Kai desperately wanted another girl because she grew up like
Is it a boy? You know it's a boy.
it's 100% a boy.
Fuck yeah.
because she grew up with her brother, and a lot of her mates had sisters. Not that she had a great relationship with her brother, but she was always sort of just in one of that sister relationship.
Yeah.
And she really wanted a girl. And because Lenny's been so good, I was rat's ass. Like, I could have easily just gone another girl, and I would have been.
But bonus if you get a boy.
It's awesome that I got a boy.
Yeah,
Now it's getting closer. I think it's one of those things like with, becoming parents and, as you know, Mase, like explaining it to people, everyone goes through their own emotions with it all, but it sort of doesn't seem real for ages until like it's actually there, or even a couple of months in until until the
you got to go to hospital.
Until you go to hospital, but also until the baby starts to rely on you because it's but yeah, it's cool. It's cool. We got a boy on the way, and
That's so good.
Yeah, we're excited. Oh, also, me and you, Mase, before we move off quickly, we'll be up for the Nines. I'm playing in the RLPA team. Mase is keen to get up and involved because we had a great time at the RLPA golf day, didn't we?
Yeah, it's good to get connected back in there.
100%.
That's what it's about.
Go up there. It's I've loved what the team have been doing. Shout out to Anthony Mitchell for those who aren't aware.
Footy's gone up a little bit.
It's
getting serious.
Like our RLPA team this year in comparison to year one.
Year one was fucking atrocious. I just remember, I was like, oh God.
We had all
too much fun.
For those who don't know, we had all forwards in our team.
Just all
we've
heads.
got like
all old heads.
Matty Moylan, Tyrone Peachy,
Guns.
Jacob Miller, just like fit guys. Chi's going to be there.
Yeah.
Michael Cheekham's in the team.
Is he retired, Chi?
Yeah, he's retired. I wasn't
nice.
aware until he got chucked into the team. Chico's in our team as well.
Oh, how good.
Yeah, Chico's jumped ship from Alex Glenn's team. So like it's getting big enough now where
Alex Glenn's got to get a win. He's been stacked for a couple of years.
Yeah, they've got a good team. It's funny now, like as the years have gone on, you can see the with recruitment and like teams are getting together and training. I was with Hainsey and Foster over the break as well. He's got a Minto team that qualified down here in Sydney as well with the FTA boys from Penrith.
Oh, yeah.
So they've got a crew. Like I went out to Wenny and watched Tai Tuivasa was playing for him.
Yeah,
Big Bam was off the back fence and jamming a few people.
His fight will be pretty much that weekend.
I don't think he's playing in this one, but he played in the qualifiers for the FTA team to get to the Gold Coast one.
The UFC is on that Sunday.
Yeah, Volk's one, isn't he?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm not. Your recruitment's so important. I'm getting Q Cup players and reserve grade players because the ones that are fighting for first grade spots.
What is it?
Because they're hungry as fuck, right? They're the ones that absolutely tear you apart.
Salty pigs and all those.
You're not getting ex NRL players. Like you'd never recruit me ever because I don't want to play at all anymore. You know what I mean? But it's like it's good to have bigger names. I can't.
Got full body insurance
shit,
now.
Hey, Terry Torres has got to fucking look good.
Yeah.
But you got to. You're looking at those guys, right? You know, your 25, 26-year-old guys that are still fucking carving up not local league, like Q Cup, reserve grade, played a couple of first grade games. They carve you up. They're the ones that have been going good.
I'll tell you who is the Nines GOAT, and I've seen him play in previous years, and then I watched him at the qualifiers, and it's a bit disappointing because he was a gun NRL player. Curtis Scott, man. Scott. He's playing for the Campbelltown team with Hainsey.
Well, he's fit. He's training.
Dude,
he's training
beast,
with Lassie
man.
for the fight that's coming up on Friday.
He's an animal.
He's a fucking
freak, mate. He carves boxing up. He's an athlete, man.
Yeah, I think he was playing local, like out in the Campbelltown or what's the?
It's a shame to see him being rubbed out of the game when there's been
like
some
a group,
fuckwits getting let back in the
around
game.
Campbelltown, sort of Illawarra area, like Picton and stuff.
Yeah,
I think he's been playing out there because Normie was playing out there a couple of years ago. But yeah, it's a great weekend. I can't wait. Don't worry. I called Mase the other day and I was like, Mase, because Kai's so heavily pregnant, Lukey. I was like, fuck, she's not keen for the drive. Do you want to drive with me? He goes, fuck no.
Who said that?
He fucking rang me. He goes, you want to drive the Goldie? I was like,
oh, you
fuck
driving?
no.
No, I'm not. I didn't realise hiring cars is so cheap. The issue was a couple of years ago I tried to do it, and at the time I thought it was the price for car hire, but Kai was always, because Lenny was basically an infant at
Yeah.
the time.
Yeah.
Like,
It's the
she-
casting.
not even she would have
She was
just
baby.
been one. Just
Yeah.
been one. And Kai was wigging out about the baby seats and all that. So now she's a little bit older and she doesn't need the full
full
attachment and
contraption.
all that sort of stuff. So, flying up now.
Oh, you're flying.
Yeah, flying up. So can't wait. It's always good weekend and good to go up there and connect with everyone and get around the boys in the RLPA team.
Yep.
So hopefully we can get a dub. What do you got?
No, just checking the time.
Oh yeah.
An hour of the best, and we've said Zac Lomax and a little bit of Nottin's chat.
There you go. It's a welcome back. It's a
It
welcome
is.
back episode. I want to thank everyone too from last year. Just got some numbers for everyone. I love this part of it. We gave a little bit of an update throughout the season as well about where we're at and the growth. And we went from, basically 30,000 last year subscribers to just under 40K. What happened with just the...
Oh, we lost a few of those under 16s. We were up 40, and then we've clocked under. So
tell
after
me-
today's
New
episode,
rules,
explain
eh?
what
The
happened with the
Aussie rules.
the new Aussie rules, how kids can't have social media under 16 anymore.
Gotcha.
That's so fucking good too.
Gotcha.
That's good.
You
Yeah.
like it?
Yeah, fucking oath.
I think it should be on the
destroying kids.
parents, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. There are definitely...
There's some kids that don't benefit from it.
They can't
Parents
help
fucking-
I
themselves,
agree with
can
that for sure.
Yeah, but it's all on the parents, right? Don't hand
it's
your
not
kid
anymore,
Don't
that's the
hand
thing.
your fucking kid an iPad when he's 2
Yeah.
and wonder why he's fucking all over the shop.
Yeah, that's fair enough. So we jumped 10K, which is a 25% growth, which I love. Like again, we talk about this all the time. It's not about anyone else who's doing anything in mainstream or what we're doing. It's just about beating ourselves. And love that growth from YouTube. Love the growth on Instagram.
What about TikTok?
TikTok.
Where are we TikToking?
Have we got 100?
Not, but we will be. We're at like 9 TikTok levels. Where are we?
When I went up to so I know where we must be good on TikTok, right? With Gen Z, fuck with us, right? And there was like I was in Elizabeth Beach up north, and like young kids, 12, 13, just rolling past, going, "What's going on?" Triple OG, just giving me the rock. 12 years old, 12,
what?
13.
You're right. When I went up to Foster,
Yeah,
I
man.
got recognised
I love it.
so much more up in Foster than or at least get approached more than I did here ever.
Young kids, but you're not because
Heaps.
you're around, like you were just in the public eye around Foster, right? And
yeah.
people around, like young kids are around. They're like, "Yeah, what's going on?"
Up in Terrigal, even
Bro.
up
Terrigal
at
as well.
the new Terrigal Pavilion. A few looks there, and then where else was I? On
They
the
know
golf
what's going
course,
on.
Shelley Beach Golf Course, Christmas
Yeah.
Eve, the big piss up. Everyone gets there.
Love that
Play
footy on
golf
the
with
coast.
Paddy.
Yeah, fucking from here all the way up to Queensland, man.
Yeah,
I love
a few
levels.
lookies as I'm teeing off. On the last hole's right in front of the crowd.
Very nice.
It was good fun.
Yeah, it's weird. It's
How
not
did
when
the
they.
golf shot go?
It was good.
Was it?
Yeah,
You hit him all right, Lukey.
Yeah, I
You're not
played
that
with
bad.
Pat Clifton. He does the You Wouldn't podcast under Hello Sports. So
Shout out to Paddy.
Shout out to Paddy. He goes all right at golf too.
Okay, nice. And so what are we at TikTok?
98.6. So
I'll tell you what's going to get us to 100. You edit the shit out of our Terry Torres chat as our clip, or we'll get to the Zac Lomax stuff. Because Lukey went hard in the paint. You see Lukey going hard in the paint?
Loves it.
Oh, yeah.
He's just waiting to get to Lomax.
Yeah. He's pumped to go. He's not happy. He's an eel at heart. You only got him for a season. But yeah, so we mentioned it before. We're going to get to it. I promise you all the biggest sort of issues and off-season stories. But remember, just like last year with our winner, Uso,
Yeah, there was
unknown, who had a great day at our golf day, we will be giving away a spot for our golf day, which is grand final week. 2 years running now. This will be the 3rd year. It's been awesome. It's such a great day. You've seen the clips. You've seen the fun that everyone has. We've talked about it
Good way to kick the
extensively.
grand final week off.
It's a great way to reward our audience too, Mase.
Yeah.
We paid for flights for Uso, accommodation for Uso unknown. He got to hang out with the boys. He actually knew a few of the Islander boys, which was cool.
yeah, I was ready
He
to
knew
make. RPA as well.
Tina Arona.
Yeah.
T, he knew T.
Feliti.
He seemed to just be cruising with Jerome.
I thought he was a
Junior
player. I
Barlow
was
on
like,
the other day.
who's this guy?
Yeah,
And I was
yeah.
like, he's like, no, I'm
Yeah.
also. I'm
So
like, hey.
that includes tea times, carts, food and drink all day, flights and accom. It's only for Australia and New Zealand because I know we've got a great fan base in the UK as well. We can't be going willy-nilly paying those business class flights from the UK. So Australia and New Zealand only. But yeah, Keep interacting with us. You're a big part of what we do. We love what you do. We're going to be kicking it off similar to last year, and this division means the most to us, so it's the perfect way to start the season.
Yes.
We're going the Western Sydney divisions. Eels, Bulldogs, Panthers, and Tigers.
Strong.
So get in any of the questions that you got for any of those teams for us next week to help us build out the show. But we will be going through what they've done in the off-season, how they finished last year, where we view them this year, and all the good
It's a strong
stuff.
division if it was in divisions.
Yeah.
Especially for this year. They're all pretty strong teams.
Yep. Panthers, man. I'm big on the Panthers again.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I got on the train early last year about them dropping off. They fucking proved me wrong. They accelerated their rebuild so quickly after losing so many players for consistently. But I'm high on the Panthers this year, so there's a little bit of a sneak peek into next year.
I'm totally opposite.
All right, let's get into the off-season stories. This one was maybe a couple of weeks ago. I think it was dropped just before Christmas. And there were a whole bunch of rule changes that were proposed, Mase. But this is the biggest one. And this one has, I guess, been the most topical. NRL boss Peter V'landys has backed the proposed kickoff rule changes to create tactical entertainment as part of selling the game ahead of the next broadcast deal. NRL clubs are almost unanimously against the proposed kickoff change, which will see teams conceding tries choose whether they want to kick off
Or get the ball back.
The only one that is on board with this is Uncle Wayne. Uncle Wayne's, he likes the idea of it. V'landys told the Daily Telegraph that the NRL are in a process of consultation with all parties, but ultimately would make a decision in the best interest of growing the sport. Abdo is set to meet with the clubs this week. However, V'landys is adamant that the innovation and evolution is the key to growing the game rather than being stagnant and set in their ways. What people have to understand is that we have to make the game exciting for the fans. We had 137 million views in 2019. We now have 224 million currently. He talked about the tactical use of the kickoff. New kickoff rules create unpredictability. The fact that you can choose to kick off or receive is tactical. It brings unpredictability to the game.
Is it that big a deal? Could it change the game?
It would change the Canberra Raiders finals game.
It will change the entire Broncos sort of run. It would the Broncos and Panthers grand finals.
So someone who's conceding the try, if you got scored against and you're like, we'll receive the ball.
Kick the ball back. Yeah. So the best way of explaining
That's
it
fucked.
and simplifying it, Mase, is we would not have seen the comebacks from both the Brisbane Broncos and the Penrith Panthers in the grand finals in the last two grand finals. And they were both awesome.
When you put it like that, fuck the rule off. Don't even have it.
It's such a strange one. Like
I get it. Like
tactically, there is not. I think Wayne was talking about. He used an example of like if you've got such a problem with it, then just kick off and don't worry about getting the ball back. But it's not that. It's when you're the team, you're not going to get the decision. Of course.
Would you rather it the other way? If you scored, you get the choice instead of the conceding team.
But again, Mase, like who's gonna want to kick once you've got momentum?
I know that's what I'm saying, but
it doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't make. But I'm just saying, just say if you scored a try and then you're like, at least it's winner's kick or whatever.
Yeah, but that's the.
But like, what do you want to kick off with? If your middles, if it's up 50 and your middles want to just bash someone.
All right,
that's the only time you want to kick off.
Here's one example where I think it could. There's one example where I think this could work. The team that has scored has that's where it still wouldn't work.
Yeah, so what's statistically better? So is there like a you know when it goes to extra time, right? They kick off and then it's almost like you want to kick off because then if you defend, you get the ball and you're catching it on your 30. So then you've got that drive for the field goal.
Yeah.
That would change that part of it, correct?
Yeah, I'm just trying to thought
like field position.
It's scenario based. That's all this is. You know what I mean? You have to be in the perfect scenario for you to go, all right, we've just conceded. We want to we want the ball.
Yeah.
Because we need to get, it's all going to be scenario based. How many scenarios are going to be in this? How many times are you going to be in this position? We don't know. What if it's 26-6 with fucking 1 minute to go or 5 minutes to go? Like, what's the point? It's all going to be scenario based. That's the only thing. So it can make it. It's a tactic. That's what he's trying to say. I get it, but it's going to be 8-all.
was
They
trying-
score, and then you want to get the ball back.
I was trying to look at it
Something like that.
from Volandi's point of view to see where, because we would be robbed of big comebacks, right? Like 3 try comebacks within 5 minutes are just not going to be,
You just hammer the.
like it's going to be very hard to get them.
So what do we talk about all the time is momentum.
Momentum,
You,
yeah.
you can't stop the momentum because you can't, and now you can.
Okay, so this is a part of the game which, where I think maybe Volandi's is going. It won't get to that point as easily. Like it won't get to the point where a team goes up 16, 20. You know how teams can go bang, 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 3 tries in a row.
I think he doesn't want that.
And put the nail on the coffin of a team at the 60-minute mark.
But
the score lines will very rarely blow out like that.
Back to my
Sorry,
point is the momentum. I think he wants to stop it because he's watching how hard it is to get momentum.
Yeah.
This breaks it straight away. So like when Brisbane were on these big runs and Penrith and all that sort of shit, because you fucking kick off, your middles are busted already. Like everybody's tired as hell. Fatigue gets you at the back end of the games. This tactic is like you fucking stop momentum straight away. Kick us the ball. And then it fucking ends it.
Yeah.
What about if you're applying
That's the only thing that's the only thing I'm thinking
So
about.
you've scored and you're like, fuck it, we'll kick to them again and then we'll bash them in their own end. And then they cause an error. Like,
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's what he's trying to look at, right? It's just like just say that team, as you said, 1 try, 2 tries, 3 tries, 4. How many times have we seen a game blow out to 26-0 within 20
After
minutes?
25 minutes.
Yeah, after 25. He doesn't want that because people turn off the fucking TV because he's smart. He's like that. It's more like it's all about views, people turning off, scrolling, watching something else. He wants people glued on that fucking TV, watching it the whole time.
I think
And
a lot of the backlash,
he's not even caring about anything else but people watching the game.
I think, it's a fair point there, mate. So I think a lot of us are thinking about the backlash of what would happen. Again, looking at the grand finals, using these grand finals as an example of how cool an underdog fight back, comeback win is. But yeah, I think he's trying to eliminate it even getting to that point where it's like,
where we looked at that. So we were at the grand final and we're like, it's fucking game over. They can't get the ball back. You know what I mean? So little things like that where Cleary had that 18 minutes of brilliance, the game should have been over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But obviously wasn't. But you want to stop those grand finals from getting blown out.
getting too far away
Because
from
you want to change the momentum. 2008, 40-0.
But here's where this doesn't make sense. Like the reason momentum in games is so hectic is because of the 6 again.
Yeah, it's hectic.
So he created the momentum. He created the momentum where teams completely
sped
lose
the
their
game
shit.
up.
He sped the game up so much that teams completely lost momentum, and now he's trying to, rather than maybe remove the 6 again rule, which creates
And
that
reward great play, and you broke, right? Penrith will break you in half over 25 minutes strategically and everything, like without drop balls, kicking to corners, and they'll fucking break your spirit. You take that out of Penrith. You take that out of these dominant teams, and I think that's what he's creating. Just an even sort of playing field where I'm like, if I'm Penrith and I'm these dominant teams who want to break you, fuck that rule off. And if you play like that, everyone's copy and paste in this time, right? Everyone's copying what Penrith's doing. The Bulldogs, and you know what I mean? Like there's copy and paste what Brisbane's doing. Fucking getting the ball and completing and just burying you in your corner.
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't think it's going to go through.
Well, not next year.
I don't think it's
do you
going
reckon
to
they'll do like that weird thing where they test it in the trials and then see what happens?
Well, that's what he's doing, isn't it? I think he's going to do that.
They normally do that. There wasn't anything in the article about doing that, but I wouldn't be surprised
Try
if they
it.
do it.
Fucking do it.
Yeah.
We never use it in the NRL.
I read, and I didn't put it in this in the notes here, but a part of the panel of some of the big name coaches, which is Sticky, Robbo's a part of it, Bally, Wayne, obviously, Ivan, and things. There's about 6 or 7 of them, and Wayne was the only one who was in favour. So that's
Wayne's
not
been through the whole evolution of the sport.
Yeah.
Right?
How does it...
80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s. He just wants to see the game improve.
South got blown out.
Yeah,
number of
and
times last
he's
year.
not silly.
He might have been
He's-
sitting
he's-
up there just going, "Fuck, this is rank."
This sucks.
I'd love to have the ball off this kickoff.
Yeah, 100%. He's not. It's not a fluke. His team got blown out big time. Give us the ball. We would have fucking changed the game. If you had to give us that one ball when it was 28-0.
The other rule that I did like, sorry, and I didn't have it on the notes, but I'll explain it to you. I don't know if you've seen the 6-man bench that was proposed as well, Mase. I thought it was a bit of an overkill. So it's a 6-man bench now, but you can still only use 4 interchanges,
Okay.
right? So it's more flexibility. I would have been
good.
happy with 5. I thought like having the 18th man, as we've always had, but having it an option that if an outside back, the clearest example for me is Moses Sully a couple of years ago off the kickoff, gets knocked out by Jared Hargraves. You have a centre or an outside back on the bench, and then you go, all right, I automatically go from what's my normal rotation? Flano normally likes to go big boys, right? So he normally has 2 front rowers, a back rower,
Talakai
and a hooker.
Yeah.
He's an old school sort of bench. This would have saved him. He could have had a Tyrell Sloan, whoever wasn't playing in that game, on the bench, and then immediately he fixes that problem and he just goes to his bench. Hey, big boys, the back rower, you might not play in this game.
Yeah.
Or one of the big boys, hey, who normally only get 10 to 15 minutes anyway, right, Mase? You go to your back rowers, you go to Jadon Sewell, you go to Luciano Leilua, and you go, boys, you go on 80. Tell your back rowers, unless there's injuries, you go on 80 minutes. We're removing the back rower because we've used an outside back. I thought that's what made the most sense. 6 is a bit of an overkill because I think it's really gonna.
You really cover everything.
I think it will affect the lower grades, the New South Wales Cups, and
Because
players.
just say you're on that rotation, probably about 3 people know they're getting on.
Yes.
The other 3 would be like, I could not, maybe
Grey
not
area.
playing here.
about-
It'll be depending on HIAs and injuries. Like they're the other 3.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like usually you know what 3 you're using. You're using a couple of middles and you might use a slash sort of lock, all that sort of stuff.
I reckon they'll have this is what I reckon most clubs will have. They'll have an out-and-out big boy front rower.
Yeah.
They've got
2 of them, I reckon.
the hybrid front rower middle, which could be like a Keon Kalamatangi sort of player that can play front row lock, back row. Then you might have just like your out-and-out back rowers like a third-degree Burns, Billy Burns, something like that, who can play centres every now and again. And then you got so I'm trying to think of examples now, but maybe you got a guy like Sam Stone Street for the Sharks as well. Just because I'm on the Sharks, I'm using that as an
Outside
example.
back.
Can play centre, wing, full back.
Yep.
I know he'll probably end up starting for Sharks this year because Ronaldo's out did his ACL for the
Yeah,
Kiwis, right?
fine.
So Stone Street might be their starting winger this year. But those are just examples.
A back 5, like a back 5.
Yeah.
You're playing a back 5 is going to be on the bench.
But you know what you get now, and this is where I think it might affect some either veteran or up-and-coming halves. I reckon there are going to be a number of halves because every team will have a half now because it's crucial. If you can not have a Connor Watson example, who is a 14 who can play his best position is probably hooker lock, but also filling at 6 like he's done a number of times.
Riz Wishart as well.
Yeah, Wishart's another great example.
It's like you're going to play your whole
They'll have
career on the bench.
Mate, a guy like Jonah Pezzett, for example, he might sit as the 6th man if he was still at Melbourne. He
10
might just
times.
be the 6th man every single week. And because the Melbourne Storm play a day after the New South Wales Cup, he might not. That sort of example of a player might not get a game every week. So that's where it can be a little bit problematic for some kids' development.
Timmy Williams on Blokes Potty brought up Origin. Like, imagine be able to have a bench of 6 at Origin. It sort of changes the whole. That changes that dynamic massively.
Is it going to be? Will they put those rules?
potentially.
Yeah, because they follow. It's
That's the same
Origin
rule. NRL rules.
Origin
NRL
is part of
rules.
NRL rules. They're not.
It's not international. Yeah, fuck.
So that's that.
So imagine being able to have Moses, Cleary, and Luai all in the same.
Yeah.
And like, if you want to pull that card, you've got it there.
Remember last year?
Yeah, you would have.
You know what I mean?
You would have had Moses and you're pulling someone off. That sounds weird, but you know what I mean? Like if in some of those games, you're like, all right, it's not working. Luai off, Moses on.
Yeah. So right. So here's what you're saying. Best case scenario, you've got whatever decision Laurie may go with Nathan Cleary, a mixture of Nathan Cleary,
Moses.
I was going to say Isaac Moses, Mitch Moses, and Jerome
managing
Luai,
the
right?
team.
And like last year, I even threw out the scenario because my best team was Nathan, Mitch at 6, and I had Jerome Luai on my bench as like a swingman cover.
Yeah, you did.
I did.
Yeah.
And I still had a hooker. I think I had Reece Robson, not Connor Watson. So it's not Reece Robson, Mitch Kenny because I'm a Mitch Kenny guy. Now,
You can.
Best case scenario, you go like Laurie, or even on the flip side, if you keep looking at it from Billy, is all right. We're going with Mitch and Nathan, and we're fucking. It's game one, and we're dominating. Jerome doesn't play at all. You don't see any part of it. But if that game fucking goes fucking pear shaped like it does game 3, and then all of a sudden Tommy Dearden's killing for Queensland, they've got the opportunity to go, all right, fuck this combination. And I know
that's what they're doing.
I know Mitchell didn't play last year. I'm just saying, if Nathan and Mitchell are in the team and they decide to flip it and go Jerome, then that would be...
It's a game changer.
It makes it interesting.
It's a game changer.
So I get that.
Because I want that. I'm like, fuck. Get him off. Put someone else on. That's what I'm like. You're just watching it going, I'm not talking in particular about the halves. I'm like, fuck him off, please. Get that guy on.
Yeah.
In club or anything, or especially Origin. Fucking some people can't do it. And in club, you're like, fuck, you can hook blokes and not feel bad.
Do you think 6 is overkill though? I thought
probably. I reckon I'd go with 5.
I would have thought 5 is fine.
Like 6, that's including the 18th man? Is that it? Is it all in between? Is it just so
there's 19 now?
So there's 19 people.
19. Yeah,
Well,
19.
it's not. It hasn't been ruled upon yet. So
I think it'll go through.
You think it will?
Yeah, I think it's common sense, especially with all the concussion stuff.
Yeah,
that's true.
It's too
It's
much.
the HIA. Like, I was calling the game.
Quality of game goes down when your star player goes out. You can have a fucking couple of stars.
Not even star players, mate. So I was calling the Dragons game against the Warriors, and 3 of their forwards went down with HIA.
Yeah, that one. The young kids.
Hamish Stewart. Was it Halangahu? Anyway, it was 3 forwards.
2 in
HIA.
1, 2 in 1,
Yeah,
2 in that one tackle. Yeah, and then another one after. Within fucking 5 minutes.
Sorry, Halangahu come on. Hame Saleh. Hame Saleh was one.
Proper knockout.
Yeah.
It was awful.
3 knockouts. So that's where I think it makes sense as well. Like, fuck. It's probably, in that extreme example, it's probably not going to help Flano and the Dragons that much anyway, because it's just
I've never seen
too
anything
hard
like
to
that when I
replace
was watching that game. That
But,
was just like
but if
boom,
you
boom.
lose 1 early and then 2 on your second one's in the second half, you do have more flexibility to fix it if it's a half.
I'm all for
fullback.
it. 6 is all right. 6 sounds cool.
Okay. All right. The next story, and the biggest story for sure, is Lomax in limbo. So R360 boss Mike Tindall has broken his silence finally over claims that the breakaway union competition was luring contracted NRL players. The Rebel League has copped plenty of heat, most notably from Peter V'landys, obviously. But Tindall says 360 have done nothing wrong. Instead, Tindall revealed a bombshell to the Australian that players have approached them to discuss alternative options because of the rigours of NRL. We didn't target anyone, Tindall said. NRL players and our agents approached us. We didn't go after them. We're a rugby union competition. NRL players are fine athletes, but only maybe those in the outside backs could make the transition. Think of Sam Burgess. He went from South Sydney to England, and he didn't find it easy. The 2 biggest names that have been linked are Zac Lomax and Ryan Pappenhausen. They were the 2 main players that were viewed that were at least targeted anyway. However, their plans were curtailed as soon as after the 360 start date was postponed from 2026 to 2028. Now, Lomax is reportedly angling for a return to the NRL. And here is some of the news that has been floated around Zac Lomax recently, Mase, over the last week or so. Code Sports first reported that Parramatta has rejected Melbourne's play to sign Lomax for 2026. The Eels agreed to release Lomax under the conditions he didn't sign for another NRL team. Yep. So obviously they're thinking he's going to R360, right, mate? The Storm requested permission for the Eels to talk to the Blues and Kangaroos Star about a potential deal. The Eels rejected the request, but negotiations between the 2 clubs seem as though they are going to continue. Zac Lomax's contract dispute with the Parramatta Eels, they said now may have escalated, with the New South Wales Blues representative engaging in high-profile lawyer Rami Kutami. I'm sorry if that pronunciation is not correct. He was the lawyer who looked after Israel Folau when Israel Folau was going through dramas as well for release from the NRL to join the Melbourne Storm. So a whole heap there, mate.
Yeah.
It seems as though Zac is in limbo heavy at the moment.
When they think that this was going to kick off the R360, they thought it was going to kick off next year, 27.
I think
It's supposed to be October this year.
Or late after the World Cup or before the World Cup.
I don't think
it was before. The initial was proposed was before.
Yeah.
So that was.
I don't think the R360 version were in any way worried about the World Cup that we have here in
What about
rugby
Union?
league.
The Union,
But it's the Union World Cup that seems to be the roadblock.
which is fair enough.
now.
It is Union.
So the rugby union players don't want to make the switch. Now we can't say with full guarantees, right, that fucking Zac and Pappy have done this. And Pappy, there hasn't been much about Pappy at all.
Pappy's just living his best life playing golf all the time.
Pappy's out there just playing golf.
Obviously, the NDAs have been signed, and their pockets have been well looked after to have a year off, and you can just sit out, right? Even Lomax, he could probably have a year off and then fully lock in, but he just wants to play Lomax. That's the problem.
Yeah, but like even if you 100%, like if you think those sorts of situations did happen with Pappy and Lomax, it seems as though there's not much chat around. Even like I seen maybe Frank Panisi mentioned it about they would be open to Pappy returning if Pappy was keen, but there hasn't been much chat around Pappy. All it's been around Zac. Mase, we'll start off with Lukey because Lukey's a Parramatta fan, and Lukey went hard in the paint with a creative way on social media talking about this example. As a proper Parramatta fan, Lukey, how would you feel about Zac Lomax playing for Melbourne Storm?
I think it'd be good as long as you get something back in return. Like
Okay.
it feels like if you go back and watch what Jason Rolls said, it felt like he was at least alluding to that if you're not in 100%, we don't want you.
Yep.
And so you can go do your thing. And I think it's only fair for the club. He signed a 4-year contract.
Yeah.
So you got to get something back for that.
Yeah,
and then
I
you go
understand.
sign Kelly.
Yep,
So,
Brian Kelly.
so you've used that allocation of salary cap to a degree. So
By
now
the way,
you're
Brian
disadvantaged
Kelly,
by
I
that.
like him as a player. Just quickly
Yeah,
before we
fuck
move on.
So do I.
But he would only be getting 30% of Zac Lomax's contract.
You've
too.
still if you've got a contract, you feel like that's how you have to build your salary cap for the next few years around.
Especially with
that
Zac.
money that he's used.
I love what Parramatta did with the situation.
Yeah. So I think that's like if he's coming back and going, I'm trying to change this, which is 2 months later?
Yeah.
Sorry, why doesn't he want to play for Para? Why does he want to play for Melbourne? Is he unhappy at Parramatta? Why
So
can't he
what-
just have
what-
a couple
what
of
I-
years there?
That's what's sort of up in the air. We don't know.
We don't like. Does he have a
Parramatta
fucking?
obviously
Does he have
didn't even
beef
keep-
with like someone? You don't just want to up and go.
This
like,
is what I think's happened. And again, you don't know, can't say
No,
for
no,
certain
no.
because we are not part
just
of the
wanna
Zac
know.
Lomax camp. But if you piece all these little things together, Zac thought 360 was going to start. There didn't seem to be any super bad blood with Parramatta. That's not. I haven't heard any of that. But Zac was going to get dramatically more money and this new opportunity with 360, right? So he thought it was going to go. He went to Parramatta. Parramatta were like, all right, sweet. You had a great season with us, but like to what Lukey is saying there, Rolls is trying to build something at Parramatta.
yeah, he's trying to fucking win
The back end of the season, they really started to show some signs that, there could be a really positive start to
Yeah.
2026 rather than just deal with all the drama that would have been associated with holding a guy like Zac Lomax if he wasn't, if he wanted to get this other opportunity.
Yeah.
They just went, sweet, all right. But, and this is great management from Parramatta in this case as well, they might have got England's, all right, he obviously wants to go to 360, but it doesn't feel like this is all completely locked in. Rather than just give him an out-and-out release and get all that salary cap, they still held rights, and it seems as though he negotiated it and was like, didn't think that, like, it feels like he was given bad advice, really bad advice.
That's what I think.
If you
Really
were
bad
Zac
advice.
Lomax, just say if this is all falling through, wouldn't you want to go to Union and sign with a Union club and try and get fucking better at that? Not an NRL club for a year. I'd be signing with the Waratahs or some shit, or with someone here
There was rumours of
learning about the game.
the Western Force contract. There was a reports that he'd been talking to the Western Force, and I'm like, that's a great move. I think.
Yeah.
If you're going to do that,
If he's fully committed to it, but what about this? What about if he's been given assurances, this has been pushed back, and he's looking at it going,
That's 3
This
years.
whole-
I don't know what I'm going to do in 2 years. How old's Zac Lomax? Is he 25?
he'd be 25, 26.
So he'll be 28 when he fucking starts.
26.
See, so 27, 28, 29 before he even starts. He's like, do I even want to make the jump there?
If you do make a change to R360, you want to make it immediately too. So
For him, for him even wanting to go to Melbourne, shows me that he's not fucking keen on going to rugby. Because if he was hell bent on being a great rugby player, he would be leaning into Waratahs, Queensland Reds, or something like that, something super rugby wise. If he's going towards Melbourne, he's like, I just want to get in the right system. I can see a bit of a loophole here. Where can I win a comp real quick? I don't know. That'd be his thought process. And like, okay, Melbourne's on the tipping edge of getting over there. Let me go down there.
If you were serious about becoming a rugby union player, you're right. You're 100%. You'd go and play
French
Super
rugby, something like
French
that.
Rugby,
Just
Japanese rugby.
Go learn about it.
But what about if he's got all the way down now? What about through this process he's looked at R360 and goes, "Fuck, this is Mickey Mouse. I'm not interested in this anymore. I've changed my mind." And he's gone like, "I've made a mistake and I want to come back."
That's
to the
what I'm
NRL.
saying. That's why he's going to stay in the NRL. It's like, well, I don't want to go to union. I want to sign. Was he looking to sign for the Storm for like a 3-year deal? 2-year deal? One? Like,
I would
what is it?
imagine like he would expect the Storm to pick up his para contract because that would be the only way he can negotiate out of it if they take the.
Yeah, like the Storm ain't taking a 1-year deal.
Well, yeah. Why would the Storm want him if he's just going to go to R360?
I don't know. Belly might be thinking I'm one centre or a winger off winning the grand final.
So next year they've got factor this in. Next year they've got the Ali Katoa exemption.
Right.
So that contract for Ali Katoa,
That's
due
his
to the
contract.
circumstances,
Yeah, that could be his.
that could be a straight swap for Zac's contract
And that's 1 year.
for 1 year.
And that's a 1-year deal. And that's the only thing that makes sense to me. The 1-year deal that he can negotiate with Belly, and then he still has 1 year to learn the game, and then he fucks off.
But then, like, why not come back to para?
Don't know. That's what makes me think.
That's the weird thing.
But if I'm Jason Rolls, I wouldn't want him back at
Yeah, I think it's right.
I agree, but like,
I think it's Rolsey going, I don't want anyone who's not fully fucking in on this. And he's not.
I
He's
agree,
not-
but
he's
I'm just
played
trying to
his-
think from his
He's played his
perspective.
cards too early.
Yeah. He's been given awful advice. I don't know. And again, like, because, you know, when you say things like this, you imply people.
Yeah.
It feels like there might even be a mystery person that's involved in all this, right? Like, and whatever's happened.
Who's his manager?
No, you don't want to go naming managers and stuff because you don't know, like.
Who is his manager?
It's the same as Pappy and all that.
Yeah. It's your man, China, like, you know, China.
Oh, is it China? Yeah, okay, sweet.
But he also did the podcast with Kenty, and
On Monday.
he looks super confused. So it's either really good
He
acting.
always looks confused, Chimesy.
We see him down here sometimes.
I love him, mate.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, so that's again, this is why I don't want to throw people under the bus without having all the information.
Yeah.
But it seems as though, and
We're just trying to put it together in our heads. We don't know what's going on. this is our take on it. There's a few.
if you've had anything to do with Zac over the years too, he's a bit of a solo artist. Like, he's a little bit.
Yeah.
He's a different cat.
He wants to be Michael Jackson, not Jackson 5. Fuck Tito. Fuck everyone.
I think the other thing in Para's favour is Jason Rolls, Craig Bellamy. Like, there's obviously going to be good dialogue there to get something.
All
back
right,
in
let's look at it
return.
from the Melbourne Storm point of view. Melbourne Storm have always been huge on high character and all this sort of stuff. What Zac's done, I don't know why. I'm confused of why Melbourne want him.
Because of the Katoa thing, what you said.
But
and
I
there's
know,
an opportunity.
yeah, but like they've prided themselves on making examples, or not making examples of, like, they're no dickhead policy. And I'm not saying Zac's a dickhead, but those are dickhead actions, breaking contracts 2 years in a row. For us, for the most part, we're very pro player, right? We understand. We try to be very balanced with it.
Yeah.
But like, if you do it 2 years in a row, and if you do it for a fucking rogue league, and again, I want to clarify one thing right now. I have no issue if he was going to go to 360
No, we don't
to
have
get
anything.
generational money and do all that and take on a new challenge. That's fine. But again, like, I'm thinking, then I go back and put my general manager and my coach hat on and think, unless it's a 1 year deal and they still want to break their mold of not having someone who comes in is more of an individual than he's shown than being a team player recently, then that's where I find it strange from Melbourne, because
And it's fair income from Melbourne, so it's a proper legit.
Well, it was the other one thing I read this week was the CEOs have that meeting.
yep.
They almost unanimously
Declined.
like disagreed on him being able to go to
Okay,
the
well,
Storm
that's what I'm saying. Like they just
outside of Frank Panisi.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, Frank and
Frank and Belly, man, like it's a Bellamy call. If Belly wants him, and they would have had some meetings, this year in Origin. He would have met Zac.
Oh,
yeah,
there's the connect.
So I'm just thinking, like he would know the
connect.
character of Zac Lomax through the Origin camp.
You've nailed it.
Yeah.
Frank and Belly they like Zac.
Yeah, they would like him, and they know his intention and everything like that. And I think it would be some really honest talks from Zac to Belly and Panisi. Like, there's the connection. It's not like they don't know him. So that's where I'm thinking. And so I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with if it's 1 year deal, 2 year deal. We don't know what Zac's thinking now, because he just might be thinking, I don't want to fucking play, and I don't want to play for fucking the Eels if they don't want me and they can't deal with this. So it's a bit of a shit show.
And gone, they let me go too easily, and then maybe they don't want me.
Everyone wants to be wanted, right?
Yeah, no, I also.
But it's like, I don't think he really. I think him even fucking going to R360 shows that he's a free spirit. He just fucking does what he wants. It's a business. He looks at himself as a business, and you got to respect that.
Yeah.
There's no loyalty in the game, but he's seen a lot of it goes the other way. When you're in a power position, it's good.
Yeah.
Use it as much as you can. And that's what these young players are now.
He's one of the rare occasions where
they're a brand. They're everything. Like it's bigger than when we were playing, and they think a lot different. And he's got an opportunity to make generational wealth and be on the world stage for Union. So like whatever.
Couple of years away, yeah.
I'm saying, look, with the recruitment, we were saying like with even like if you're trying to recruit a Reece Walsh or Payne Haas right now. Look at Payne Haas. We were just speaking before. Like he's 24, 25. In 3 years, he's going to be 28.
You'd have to completely reshift your focus with who your targets are.
Well, I was saying before, I said me at 25, I would never think about going anywhere. But you get me at 28, another 3 years of playing rep football, big runs into the finals, playing for Australia, all that sort of stuff. Me at 28, I'm probably thinking I'd go at 28. 25, not a chance. 3 more years in the game, I'm thinking, fucking what? 5 mil you're throwing at me?
100 NRL games.
Yeah, you've already done everything. It's 200 by 28, 200 plus games, over 20 tests, 10 origins, all that sort of shit. You're looking to go,
why not?
Where's the opportunity? But there was no opportunity like that when we were younger. But now there is for these young guys, and that's going to be a whole different. He's 27, turning 28.
That's right.
So that's what I'm saying. Reece Walsh now is 24. In 3 years, 27.
So what about the flip side of this? What about looking at like 360? So you've approached players right now with the vision of starting this in 2026. Now that it's 2028,
fuck it.
What if our 360 completely flipped there? Like it might be 2 other players that we're not talking about who have had cracking seasons in the last 2 years that they target. And like Pappy's missed a lot of footy, right, in the last couple of years. Yeah. I can't imagine him missing another year of footy and being close to the version he was 2 or 3 years ago when they envisioned signing him. And Zac's still young enough. Like he's a powerful athlete. He'll probably be fine. He'll hold up well until then. But he's got to be playing.
You're not getting peak athletes from the NRL. Like they're not. Like Zac's probably in his peak now, but in 2 to 3 years, no. You lose a meter of speed and everything like that. He won't be as near as powerful. Like it's just you got to be smart with this, and that's where the Saudis and all that and people who are running this, it's fucking money, right? And you got to be smart with your recruitment and who you get, even with union and stuff like that. It's like you get people that are just not playing for. Have a look at the Saudi Ronaldo and all that. It's like fucking 6 people watching it. The golf, no one gives a fuck about that. But
the golf could be crucial, right? Like looking at what's happening in the landscape of the golf, people aren't aware. Brooks Koepka's come back from Liv, and they reckon the big beneficiary is going to be Bryson, with Liv just doing everything they can to keep him. And the PGA have opened it back up. But if you are a different code, you're a player, you're paying attention to that.
Yeah.
Like with all the hype that Liv did have, we're only 3 years into Liv now, or 3 or 4 years, is it? And it's already starting to
crack. Little
like
cracks,
showing cracks, and people are coming back with there's all these different guidelines that Brooks Koepka has to.
Yeah, he basically has to pay his way back.
Yeah. In saying that, he's sweet because he earns so much money playing for Liv. That he can go through that process and it'd be fine.
They've got to be careful with this league. It's got to have a bit of difference between union and league. I don't know.
Anyway, we'll see how it goes out. For me, it feels
Point
like
of difference. A point of difference.
point
right?
of difference. It feels like he's got himself in a bit of a pickle, old Zac Lomax. So
Yeah, no one cares about him signing for R360. It's what he's doing now. Is fucking pissing people off.
When
Like,
do you
you're a
think-
genuine Paris supporter. You're like, fuck, what are you doing? If you're not going to R360, you stay with us. You're contracted, right? That's how most fans feel.
Generally,
Generally, yeah. But I'm like, yeah, but I see it from a different point where I'm like, he's left St. George. He don't give a fuck. Once you leave a club, he's got no loyalty to anything.
see, that's where I am. That's the camp I'm in.
Yeah, I know.
I obviously follow Parramatta and Manly. Like and I can't speak on behalf of fans, but even if he would turn around and said, "Oh, I made a mistake, I want to come back," as a Parra fan watching now, I'd go, "Nah,
Yeah.
nah." And I think I agree.
Yes,
I
yes.
think I agree with Lukey in. All right, if you do allow him, and I'd be, you know what? Fuck it. We live in a world people can be petty. I'd be petty. I wouldn't fucking send him to Melbourne.
No.
Well, if I'm Jason Rolls, knows how good that fucking culture and system is down there. That'll bring out the best version of Zac. So Zac will stay playing rep footy. He'll be a chance to, because they always compete for premierships. They've been in the last 2 grand finals. No.
That's what he wants.
That's what he
play
wants.
semi-final football.
The big talk is the Howarth coming back in return. So that'd be weird for him though, as well.
You know where I'd be like, and this is, I don't mean to talk down, and we're about to talk to him now. Zac, if you want to go to the Perth Bears and be a restart and get back and play in NRL that way, we can talk about that.
Yeah.
Maybe there's something that the NRL needs to step in and give us.
2 Parramatta
A lot of
wingers to
power
kick
with
off
the
franchise.
players. It's a lot of power.
Well, there's normally is, but Zac's fucked himself with this.
Yeah,
whole
but I'm just
situation.
saying, like, but he's still in a power position, right? He can
Not,
fucking.
nah, he's not.
No,
You don't reckon?
I don't,
He signed off when he released himself. He signed off thinking he's going to 360 and gave away all the ability to Parramatta to control whether he can come back in the NRL.
yeah. Apparently, the legal arguments are there's like a restraint of trade thing that they can try and push for.
Yeah.
Because Parramatta are restricting his ability to work.
Yeah, but the fact that he signed off on it is what's.
Yeah, and then the other one was Haji Patelis was talking about it on SEN.
I was listening. It's good. Should I get it up?
No,
We're
you
gonna
can
go
see
through
the
that
dot
in a minute and a half,
points.
2 minutes.
Yeah. But yeah, so it'll be interesting. I'm just fascinated to see how it
Yeah, I'm
plays out
fascinated
because
as well.
it'll have to come to a resolution soon. Especially if you and the other later to it, Parramatta play the Storm round 1 in Melbourne Thursday night. So do you let him play round 2?
It'll come down
Is that-
to his
do you put a
relationship
clause?
with Belly and that Panisi.
you
That's
put
what
a
it's
s-
going to come down to.
Do you put a Santa Claus in so he only plays from round 2? If you let him go?
Yeah, you're not. Again, you be petty. You're not. He's fucking such a good player.
He can fucking destroy you.
Yeah, and he's a
And
spy.
he's one of those fucking
Yeah.
people that
Remember him hitting the droppy
he comes
against St.
back.
George?
Like he
I
comes
caught
back.
that game.
Yeah.
He fucking broke his foot and kicked the field goal to beat Dragons.
And that's the thing. That's where Para's like
He's a fucking
got
dog.
that shit in him, right?
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like you could be going down there and fucking killing it, and he's like, he will have one of his best games
Yeah,
against you.
yeah.
You be petty,
Yeah.
Parramatta.
Yeah.
Give you and
I'm not
Rolsey's
sending him to
petty.
Melbourne.
Rolsey's petty.
I'm not
He's
sending
like
him to
that.
Melbourne. He can fuck off. I'm not. No contenders. I'm not sending him to any contenders.
Is it a bit too much carry on for a winger, Mace?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot, but wingers are different now. He's a fucking key part of your attack, defense.
He's just
like
not a normal winger.
He's not. He's like a.
He's an elite.
He's your fucking X out there. You don't know what's going on.
He's a genuine
your-
rep player now. Like,
Yeah, he's bona fide. He owns that fucking rep arena and everything. He's got
Yeah.
that mad swag. He's in his peak, right? He's 26, 27.
So the end of Momax. There you go.
yeah. Momax is done.
See, I didn't
Don't-
know what you said before when he signed that thing.
Yeah.
So what's that mean?
So when he got a release from Parramatta, in order to get a release to go to, these.
so he's done it too
It
early.
was conditional.
So for him to explore options outside of rugby league, which is fucking 360, like they said, all right, sweet, you can go have a look, you can go explore these options. We remove everything from your cap, so they didn't pay him out anything. But then they said, if you decide that for whatever reason this doesn't work, you can't come back to the NRL without us. He signed off on it.
yeah. That was a
you
little
reckon-
bit that I didn't fucking see.
Sorry
He's
to keep dragging the
fucked
topic
himself.
out. Do you reckon Vlandis had a say in that? Do you reckon Paris called like the NRL? Because you know how much like grey area there was.
Yeah.
Going, look, we want to let this guy go, but what can we do to protect ourselves? And
Potentially.
Vlandis gone, I'm just speculating.
He was coming out hard. Like, if
That's
you
what I
sign,
mean.
like, you're not coming back.
But V'landys also come out and said we'd welcome him back. He's made an honest mistake, blah, blah, blah. So,
he's feeling sympathetic towards both Pappy and.
but I can't tell if that's just like a Trump sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know, yeah.
Trumpism, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know all those little things that he signed off on something. I just thought he just wanted to get out of power.
Well, yeah, he does.
No, but yeah, fuck. It's confusing.
There you go. All right.
All right,
Oh,
let's
Zachy.
get to the Perth Bears. We were, I was a little bit worried anyway going into the Christmas break about the lack of signings and the number of signings that they had made. Because remember, mates, as of November 1, everyone was available who was available for the 2027 season. Up until now, the signings that they have made, so they made a couple of good signings from Melbourne, the teams that we were just talking about, with both Nick Meaney and Tyron Wishart. They look to be the premier players so far. I also really like the signing of Liam Henry and
system.
Josh Curran. He's been around now, good systems for a couple of years, Josh Curran. But you can also chuck in Chris Vaiala. Does that look like it is that? Apologies, Chris. He's from the Sharks junior system. They signed a couple of Leeds Rhinos in James McDonald and Harry Newman. He is the centre who played for England in the last test, Mase.
Oh, yeah.
Good player, Harry Newman. Sean Russell from the Parramatta Eels is another good pickup. Toby Sexton will just do the one season at Catalan Dragons and then return back to the Perth Bears with Isaac Fasul-Malawi, who's doing the same thing. We've also got Luke Smith from the London Broncos.
He's a young Bulldogs kid. Good,
Was he the one that was
hard-working back
banged
rower.
up, injured and all that?
He can play.
Yeah.
He's a good worker. He hasn't played any NRL yet.
Yeah, okay.
So he'll have that 1 year London Broncos this year.
Okay.
And so he hasn't played any. He's just playing reserve grade and he come through the flag and SG ball system at the Dogs. But he obviously sees a bit of a break there.
Yep. So he's coming from the London Broncos, and then you've got Amali Bitungane. He made his debut for. He's at London Broncos now as well. He played a couple of games for the Cowboys last year.
Yep.
The big front rower. So starting to get some. I like the signings. I think Liam Henry's a good young ascending
I
middle
like him.
from a great system. I think he's an awesome signing. I'm so excited to see what Tyron Wishart can do outside of that.
What position would you put him?
6.
You?
Yeah,
same.
I think Tyron Wishart his best position is 9.
What? Yeah.
But I think he likes playing. He wants to play in the halves.
He wants to play a bit more.
So Toby Sexton 7, Tyron Wishart 6.
Yeah.
And Nick Meaney is the ideal signing. Flexibility, veteran, been at a couple of good systems now.
He'd play fullback for him.
Yeah, he'll most likely
Need a
play
few more.
fullback.
I wonder who else could get over there. Some outside back. So
Yeah, it's so hard to predict because you just don't know like who is
they're
available.
coming in next year. Look how quick 25 went.
Mate, they need to get going.
They need fucking decent players, more than that, to even compete. Fuck.
So
It's hard to get a big dog.
it is fucking
So
impossible.
hard, mate. Like they thought Mal was going to drag a heap of Kangaroo players and Queenslanders and that over there. It's fucking. Mate, people know how important a system is and a great system, and how hard it is to start a new fucking system. Even going to a new club in a new system, let alone a new franchise, and be part of that.
So they got
On the other side of Australia,
North Sydney as the New South Wales Cup feeder. I think it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
Do you reckon they'll play a game? They'll play North Sydney Oval.
I think there's going to be at least one game.
yeah,
That'd
you'd
be
hope
awesome,
so. You'd hope so.
Yeah.
The logo looks good.
Yeah, it's a logo. Yeah. Logos, whatever.
Been a lot of.
Fucking like
They get people
Broncos
fired up.
logos.
Yeah,
I
The
reckon it looks
Broncos looks all right.
Yeah, I think the
The
Bulldogs
Dogs
is
one's growing on me.
Yeah.
Because it's everywhere at Belmore. Like everywhere. So it's in your face. So it's like it just becomes desensitized, I suppose.
And I've just added it to the notes. I'm not sure. Have you finished up?
Yeah,
Perth?
seen. Let's get to it. So Lukey just chucked in. So Sean Wayne has stepped down, England's rugby league head coach on Wednesday. So obviously they lost 3-0. He took over from Wayne Bennett.
Who comes in?
It's been
Get fucking Sammy Burgess in there.
big summer. Sammy's the guy.
Yeah.
He's the most obvious candidate, is he?
You'd hope so.
World Cup year.
World Cup year, you got to go, Sammy.
You got to get the big man in.
We were lucky enough to do have a chat with him and Tommy both for our Ashes tour. And what's the correct word for
Sam?
He was diplomatic.
Very. Because there's a
Very
lot of
diplomatic.
bombs there.
Yes.
Fucking
But-
heaps.
But there is frustration. You could feel the frustration from him. This is not the English rugby league team that he was.
Fucking proudly
he made
represented.
He made really competitive when he was playing against you Mase, and those years, those formidable years. Jammer was we ran into Jammer over there, super passionate about some of the decisions.
Very open about it too,
Yeah.
right? Like it wasn't a secret when we were over there talking about the English side. It wasn't like, oh shit, like you can clearly see it. There's frustration with the fans, there's frustration with players and all that kind of stuff, current players. Yeah, it's a bit of a shit show. Someone needs to fix it.
All right, so I reckon semi-favourite to take over there, eh? All right, let's get to our top 3 signings, and we'll go in a little bit in depth in these two. We'll do more of a breakdown as we get to the teams.
Yep.
Let's do a little bit of a review from last year, mate. It's got a top 3 signings. James Fisher-Harris did a great job with the Warriors, getting them back into contention. They were on top 4 for a long time, weren't they? Adam Fanua-Blake, although the
What do you think? I liked him.
he got better. He was dealing with injuries throughout the middle part of the season. You could tell he was a reason for me anyway. He changed my opinion of the Sharks and whether they could win or not.
Yeah.
In the meaningful games, I know they fell short, but
I reckon they'll be a bit better this year.
he was a good signing. And then Jerome Law did wonders. He finally got. I know he was used to winning premierships, but the Tigers were used to winning spoons. Or not winning spoons.
Well, they won about 4
spoons.
games more.
And they improved up to 13th or 12th or something like that. So Jerome did a great job.
With the turmoil that went on as well.
Mate,
to handle that, that's what I credit him for.
He's changed the culture.
Yeah.
I think so, for the better. For the better, I've got
And
higher
we'll see
expectations.
when we pick our top 8s in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, mine were Zac Lomax.
Tick.
Had a great season. Stefano got all the way to a grand final, and Benny Hunt gets the job done. Gets his finally gets that premiership. So
is he still playing this year?
Yeah, Hunty's still going.
Come on, son.
Despite you trying to get rid of him every episode.
No, God. I just would have fucking ended it there. I've got it.
Where did I run it?
Fucking bang. I know he can still play. That's the difference, right? He can still play this game, right? Because he's just, he's a, what is it? It's like a manager fucking now, right? He's got a great system up there. Yeah, like he's got that. No one can, 7s are pretty protected now.
Yeah.
But you could probably play, what do you play him? I reckon if he pushed it, he could probably get another 2 years. He don't look like he's slowing down.
On that 6-man bench,
6-man bench.
Option
You can ride it. He can ride the 6-man for 3 years.
Imagine Benji Marshall year South Sydney 6-man bench. Like he was already playing on the bench anyway, so Wayne would have fucking.
If you're a 6-man bench, you could ride out another season.
If you're on the 6-man bench,
Reynolds, can he ride this after? Maybe he finishes with the Broncos.
If you're on a 6-man bench but you don't play, do you get a matchy?
Should we introduce
no.
the Dally
No.
6-man of the year?
I'd be the lowest award.
All right, let's go. All right, how do we want to? So we've got a top 3 signs. Would you like to know all 3 signs, or we go one by one and break it down? Should we go from our
Go one for one.
Go one for one?
All right.
Let's kick it off with your one, Mase. Let's kick it off with that number 1.
Yeah, my one is Leo Thompson, just because I've seen this human now at training. He looks like that's the missing link that we've got right now. He's built for the front row. Like we've been looking for a middle, we've been looking for a half. They say we're those 2 positions off.
Yep.
We've got Galvin, we've got Leo Thompson. So there shouldn't be that many excuses. We need some steel in that middle. There's no secret, to where oppositions have been targeting in big games. It's through the middle. Max King needs help, right? He's an Origin player now, and he should play like that this year again. And Leo Thompson just will come in there. He should be the alpha straight away.
Okay.
And
what's his personality like?
Fucking just proper like.
How
we'll see him when we go over to New Zealand. Will he be playing that? He'd be one of those guys.
Most like, he's
but he's proper like, he's cool. He's cool.
You know how some guys are like, I've met some really soft-natured players.
He goes at it, man.
And then once they get on the field, they turn into a fucking
No,
monster.
he's like that. He's just proper like Cool. He's cool.
Cool cat.
But yeah, we missed that, and I'm looking forward for him just being and owning that. I think when he come up to Newcastle, you had the Saifidi brothers already pretty established in that middle,
Yep.
right? And he's never been recruited highly or anything like that until now. When he comes down and he goes, we're like, you're our guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you're the missing guy in the middle. You've got to steal that whole defense up, right? And you got to own that.
He did beat out Daniel though.
Yeah, I know that. He ended up being the guy at Newcastle. But when he first got there, he had to earn everything, right? And he wasn't highly recruited from Canberra.
No, he wasn't.
And he earned everything. But it's a different mindset now. You're coming down as the alpha, as our guy, right?
Yep.
You're going to have 10 on your back.
It's going to
You
have
know
a lot
what I
of
mean?
pressure on him.
A lot of pressure on you.
Yeah.
You're representing the fucking club that's been around for 91 years.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history in that jersey.
Yep.
And
It's been a long time coming.
it's been a long time coming, mate.
It's like a
We
whole
miss
year,
an alpha
wasn't it?
like that. You know, he's been,
He was signed in like November.
Yeah.
2024.
Yeah, he's been it. He's
End of
been that.
2024. Yeah. Something.
Now
like
it's
that.
here. Now he's here. Now he's got to deliver at training, everything. Like everything is, depending on him, and he owns it. He's fucking built like there's your prototype front rower.
Yeah.
6 with 310 kilos, fuck all body fat, moves good, aggressive. Like I'm like fuck. I want to see him go at it, right?
a big fan.
It's good like him and Max King. They can go at each other. That'll make Sam Hughes better. It'll make all the middles better because you've got a guy down there who's testing you every run.
I think he'll complement Max King so well.
Yeah, Max King
Because
needs
Max
help.
King's your toiler. He's your worker.
he's not gonna-
He does all the little things. He's not like an intimidator.
There's no fear factor there.
That's not what Max brings to a forward pack. Leo can bring that.
Yeah.
He can play his role. Have a nice little 1-2 punch.
Yeah, I reckon that'll be a good little combo.
Yeah, I agree.
Because Max has gone. He'll probably be thinking another level. Can I hold my jersey again? You know, you're starting front row in Origin. You're not like on the bench or anything like that. You're the guy.
Yep.
Right. So you got to retain your spot and be that guy for us at the Bulldogs. But he's your guy.
Love it. All right, my number one pick. Well, I've got to go with the Roosters, right? And I've got to go with the big name signing for the Roosters.
Fuck yeah.
And no, I'm not talking about my great mate DCE. Everyone's assuming that I'm going to go this big
Oh, they
Roosters
would have.
signing.
Yeah.
Not enough people were talking about him.
That's what I said. I just looked at it.
He's currently the New South Wales hooker. I
2
think
years
because he's
running.
out of sight, out of mind up there in North Queensland. Again, he signed fairly early. I think he signed before the season started, maybe around January, February 2025.
Yeah.
I'm going with Reece Robson. I think he's going to be a great signing for the Roosters. It allows Connor to go back to that hybrid role. You got to remember at the start of the season, there's going to be no Victor Radley with suspension.
Yeah. Right.
Also, Victor has shown now, I think with the way that the game is changing, Victor can move from lock to back row to front row, very interchangeable.
Easy.
Robbo's got a lot
Yeah.
of options now because I think Reece Robson goes straight into starting hooker. Connor goes into hybrid role. And another guy I'm super high on, I've talked about him, Ualu.
Yeah.
I think
Shit, yeah.
Benaya, I think he's got a huge future, but I also sort of feel like this year with a number of their young players, they might have just been, they got a taste of it, but a little bit probably earlier, and there wasn't a shitload of competition. Whereas now he's got the opportunity to really like iron sharpens iron, learn from a couple of good vets. I think it'll benefit even guys who might originally have to make way early on, figure out his role. But Reece Robson is outside of Harry. Harry's my number one hooker in the game, and then I've got clear-cut number two is for me is Reece Robson.
It depends what you want to do with Reece, right? And your middles and your lock and where you play Watson. And like Reece Robson could drop back to lock and put Uelu on at 9.
Yes.
Like he has that skill set, right? He can fall back a little bit. If you want to speed the ruck up, you can put kind of Watson at 9. And yeah, they're very interchangeable, the Roosters, and they can all play footy.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, so
Reece Robson can fucking hit you too.
He goes at it.
Yeah.
He's just very unassuming. He's not loud. He's not talkative or anything like that off the field. So he does his business. He gets amongst it.
Yep. So that's my number one pick. I'm most excited to see Reece Robson for the Roosters this year. Number two.
2 for me is Dylan Brown. I think he's fucking like what he showed all year. We spoke about it last year. Like what they did to him, and you know, he signed that year, the 10-year deal up there, but like having to sit on the sidelines, right, and not even play reserve grade, not even do that, and not complain and not do anything, and just wait turn up to training every single time and be that guy, still be that club man, still be that guy. It would have been a lot for him to swallow his pride and go, all right, this is my role. And he did that. And then they ended up showing him at the end of the game, at the end of the year.
End of the year, last round. Yeah.
He ended up just carving up. And I said, that just shows a lot of resilience and a big character test there.
Yep.
He could have spat the dummy and been a little
Easily.
sook. Easily had grounds to do it, and he didn't do it. So I respect the fuck out of him for doing that and acting how he did. And I think, 10 years up there, it's fucking massive, right? It's a lot of pressure, and it's Newcastle. I know what Newcastle are like. They expect to win the comp most years, most of their fans, right?
Did you see what Justin Holbrook did for their training this week?
No, we'll do.
Well, they went into the mines. They do the working and, like Melbourne implement going to work sites.
Yeah.
He took them down to the mines and
Yeah.
that's what, Newcastle were built on.
Yeah.
It's a great touch.
Fucking oath.
I
It
love
is.
it. You've got to
It's
find a
good.
way to reconnect.
Yeah, you got to. Because I
As-
find
as
it's
a
like
new
it's
coach.
disconnected
Yes.
from the players to the fans, right? Now you just got to really connect again. And Dylan Brown, he's going to be all for everything, right? He's their main player up there with KP. That they can form some sort of combination up there. They'll be dangerous. They'll be dangerous.
Fletcher Sharp.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how that all molds in.
Well, see, what's his name? Holbrook said that Fletcher Sharp won't be playing on the wing. Won't be playing on the wing.
Oh, but you put him centre, but then you got Bradman Best and Gags. Fuck, what does that say?
Sandon Smith just arrived up
Yeah,
there.
on the bench. No.
Still as many questions as we had leaving 2025 as we do for the
That threw me
2026.
out then. He's not playing on the wing. That's what I thought he would be playing. Fullback. KP up in the front line.
I think they're going to play him 6. And I think they're going to give Dill a shot at 7.
Anyway, we'll
we'll
talk
see.
about that shit in a couple of weeks. But Dylan Brown, I'm all for Dylan Brown.
Hey, is
I want
Adam
him to have a
O'Brien
fucking
at the
great year.
Bulldogs?
Adam O'Brien's a fucking...
What's he like?
He's good, mate. He's good. He's a good dude.
Yeah.
It's weird when you meet him as assistant coaches
Yeah.
and they're fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Head coach,
Yeah.
asshole.
Yeah.
Back to assistant coach, awesome.
Sweet.
Not asshole, but like stress levels.
Yeah.
Stress levels. And like you can feel Newcastle was getting him out of a couple of beers with him maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Fuck's sake, what a great human. And then they had a really good year that next year. And then obviously the stress for the last couple of years has not been good. Now he's assistant coach, he's fullback and just fucking, now he's, I think, it's a bit more fun.
Yeah.
Way more fun because he's a good guy.
Awesome.
But it's weird when you see these assistants into head coaches back to assistants, like you have a different hat.
You have to, mate.
Oh mate, it just looks like the most stressful fucking job. No pressure now, just gets to have fun with the boys and just coach and it's like they go back into 10 years ago, when you're a young kid.
Yeah, you just don't have to deal with all the other shit that's
No
not
distractions,
coaching.
mate. I was coach these young men.
Assistant
and just-
coaches are the closest thing to coaches.
Yeah.
Coaches and managers, managers. Fucking that's
Some people can't manage.
no. And some people can't deal with media. Some people can't deal with having to talk to
Some
board
people
members.
can't hide the losses on their face
Yeah.
and get in there and just be all professional and shit. It's like it affects him. And he was one of them.
I'd even hate it as a coach. Like I thought about it before, where it's like you have people on the board or just don't know rugby league trying to fucking tell you what's wrong and all that sort of shit. That shit would be fucking annoying.
Yeah, Newcastle too, being up there playing for him.
Yeah. All right, my number 2 is it is only a 1-year deal, but I'm really excited. I'm even more excited after chatting to Mitchie about this. I'm talking about Mitchie Moses when we're over the Ashes. He's super excited to get Jonah Pezzett.
Yeah.
With what Parramatta were doing, how they were finishing the back end of last season, some of the strides that I thought that I seen Jonah Pezzett take at the back end of the year for Melbourne. The Bulldogs game was awesome, mate. For me,
That was his.
that was
nearly
his,
arrived,
that was
or-
his best performance.
Because he's been around for a little bit, and
Been an assistant
I was
for
like,
years.
fuck, needs a Jonah Pezzett game to say, okay, I can handle first grade.
Yep. I thought he did that in the Bulldogs semi-final. I saw glimpses in other performances. I think he's an out-and-out half. I think anyone you put next, if anyone's ascending, if you're an ascending young player, with where Mitch's game is at the moment, it's going to be...
Enjoy the ride.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think it's going to be a really fruitful experience for both of them. It's a stopgap for Parramatta, so they've got to figure out, what their future looks like when Jonah Pezzett moves up to the Broncos in the coming years. But I think for purely 2026, I think it's going to be a good signing. I'm a huge Isaiah Yonge fan.
He'll be dangerous this year.
I like the little 1-2 punch of Riley Smith and Talon Da Silva. in at 9. So the key spine positions, I think another guy that has sort of gone a little bit under the radar, but I think will be a great signing, a bit like Jack Williams will be Jack DeBellin. Interchangeable pieces for Rylesy in the forwards. So I'm excited about what Parra can do next year.
What about you, Lukey?
Very exciting.
Yeah, very excited.
like
Bottom 4.
No. I think Brian
A lot
Kelly.
of Parra fans are 50-50 on it. That's when it came out. Like, what?
I don't think that if he'd signed for 4 years, they would have loved it.
Correct.
It's the 1 year rental deal that's the problem.
You feel
But
because he's going to have a great year. I
But
hope
I
he
think
does.
it's still a good thing.
I'm not going, this is my best signings, because if this was best signings for the future of the club, then it's obviously I'm not putting JOURNO Pesity. But this is the best signings for 2026. And I think this can turn Parramatta from what did they finish? 13th, 14th last year. Avoided the wooden spoon at the back end of the season, some really good performances, to a genuine top 8 contender. So there you go. So that's where I see the JOURNO Pesity signing.
Yep.
Mate, I love this last one for you.
Yeah.
Because you were very critical of maybe the Titans, the situation, David himself. But you're a big fan of him.
Always a big fan of David Fifita. Like I was more upset with the way the Titans were treating him, how he was getting coached, how he was playing them, like where he was playing. I said, you're fucking wasting this kid's talent. He's one of the most talented players in the game. Especially, he's still young. I'm not sure, is he 25, Dave Fifita? He's been around for a minute, but it's like he's nearly wasted 4 years of his life, of his career. And he's still managed to be, he's jacked some origins out of there.
Yep. Or if not been in contention.
He's been in contention. And a fit, motivated David Fifita is probably one of the most dangerous back rows in the game. He can single-handedly just fucking destroy NRL. NRL is his ceiling is so big, NRL is nearly club footy for him when he wants to turn it on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like with a coach like Wayne Bennett and just mentoring him and getting his mind right, that's the main thing.
Yeah.
This is a combination with David Fifita and Wayne Bennett, the
Yep.
connection there. And I know how Wayne can get the best out of these young players. And Fifita moving out of the Gold Coast, coming down here, he's not the massive big name. It's not the fucking $1 million contract and all that sort of.
That's fair.
Yeah, he's not getting all the fanfare and all that sort of shit. So he's been out of Origin contention for the last couple of years, which would have fucking killed him because he's been playing some pretty good football. But Billy's fucking told him you need to work on X, Y, and Z. And if anyone can teach him all those little things, it's Wayne.
Yep.
He's a defensive master, right? At the little things, which the little things are the things that he doesn't do. He'll destroy you and then have a couple of plays off. There's no plays off.
This might sound weird, but you're right. He was the big fish in a small pond sort of franchise. Like the Titans haven't won anything.
Yeah, and he's
right?
the biggest name.
Now he comes down to South. Latrell's the dude.
Cody's there.
Cody's been a great servant for the club for a long time. It's a proud club. Wayne and Russell Crowe are still the most powerful people at the club. So there's none of that perceived.
You're not in Queensland anymore.
It's not in Gold Coast.
Yeah, you're not in the Goldie where it's a fucking one team, one town. No one gives a fuck about you.
So there's positives in that.
Yeah, it's fucking great.
He can go about his business. He can go under the radar.
Lock in, mate.
A lot of people have given up on David Fifita.
Yeah,
a lot of fans have given up on David Fifita.
I haven't. I'm thinking he's going to be having his career best years at South.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous. If he's sitting on that left edge with Cody Walker and Latrell, fuck off. Cam Murray, like, can you see that? Can you see that shape when they had that couple of years ago? You got little Jai Gray at the back and that's scary. And he'll know how to play him. Wayne will know how to play him, get into his psyche. He's only 25. He's a baby. He's still got his best football. Don't worry about David Fifita. If he's focused, he'll fucking destroy teams by himself.
I played golf with Trell in the off season. Actually, we were up because I was up at Foster, and he's Taree. So when he caught up, we went up to his local course, played with his old man.
Yeah.
So
sorry,
this is cool.
Show the photo.
Picture.
Tell the photo. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was
fucking
cool
awesome.
too.
Put that on the.
Yeah, we were. I messaged Trell because there's been a couple of times at the golf day or we've done golf content before where I've talked about. I was like, fuck, I go up to Foster every now and again during the holidays. And anyway, I reached out to him. We went up to Taree, played with his old man and Hainsey, and then. It's about the 16th hole and his old boy Matty, he's like, oh, Hainsey, come over here, bro. Have a look at this picture. And he gets it up. And it's a picture of Shaq Mitchell, right?
It's awesome
was,
pic.
Trialing or maybe part of the junior teams at Parramatta back in the day. and there's a young Trell Mitt on the left-hand side,
it's
and he's
awesome.
staring at Hainsey during the picture, and I was like, man, that's fucking
It's
so
fucking
cool.
awesome. That's an awesome pick.
Yeah.
It's peak Hainsey too.
But you know what it is, man? And again, when I told Trell, I said, oh, do you mind if I share this picture? Send it to me and we'll talk about it on the potty and all that. So do you mind if your old man shares it with me? He sent it over. And it's a reminder that we all start off somewhere.
time,
For as
man.
big as Latrell is now,
He's looking at
you could
Hainsey
tell
like
at the
he's a
time
god.
that's prime Hainsey.
Yeah.
That's the Hain plane. And he was just like, fuck, that's like this. I seen someone wrote in the comments, it's like, that's going to be me one day.
Yeah.
Shit like that. And I'm all about that.
I love it, man. I love
It was
Trell.
awesome. He's looking super fit.
Yeah.
I've just had a breathe, like, we're playing golf, but a little bits of it, some of the stuff that I picked up from the Latrell was that, man, they're fucking super motivated.
Yeah.
He's sick of being injured. Like, he's sick of the injury run.
He's going to be taking care of his body a lot
teams,
more.
yeah, the teams. He's been off the piss for 500 days.
Fucking awesome.
500 days he's been off the piss. I didn't know that. Trell's been off the piss for 500
awesome.
days.
You gotta commend that.
He's doing everything he can to get back out there and have a big season. And I'm
You're
I'm
looking
excited
dangerous, man.
yeah, the roster, we're not in the minority when we say the roster that they've got can compete with the best teams, but they just.
But then you look at it. Just say the back end. He had 14 starters out, Wayne. He's never seen a disaster like that.
haven't
You
been
can't
healthy.
fucking win any game. I don't care. No, reserve grade teams nearly would have busted him up.
if there is one thing I'm gonna be concerned about with regards to the David Fafita pick is that a big part of what I think was happening with Dave and the problems that they were having was the lingering injuries.
Yeah.
And he's an injured player with a lot of potential going to a team that's got
Yeah.
been banged up and been injured a lot and for whatever reason haven't been able to figure that out. But they've got a team on paper that, if
Stay fit. They stay fit. Everyone has a great year. It
Yep.
should be a good year for the Bunnies. That's
All right.
my top three.
All right, that's your top three. It's a good top three. My last one, I'm going to round it off with a Pommy. I'm going with Morgan Knowles, the front rower for the England team. I think I've been high on him for a while. He's won a couple of trophies over there for St Helens.
What number was he for England?
He was the number 10.
Yeah, he goes good.
He was the one that took it personally, I thought, in games 2 and 3.
Yeah, he had a crack. He had a decent crack.
He got knocked out in game 1.
Big time.
So people died. We were at the game.
They let it go. We see he's done, and he was never the same.
If that was a Super League game or a fucking NRL game, and I know we've got to be very careful with the way we talk about this shit now because of what happened with Ali, but there is a gladiatorial part of Origin and Test footy that I
Let it slide.
can't say for certain, but that I watched him. He might have been number 13, mate. I think Morgan Knowles was 13.
Yeah.
He played lock. Anyway, he was floating around. He was all over the shop.
Yeah.
Game 1. So credit to him. He ended up playing 60, 70 minutes. I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of the Dolphins.
Just another lock front row that they've got to deal with.
Well, here's one thing that's in his favour that I feel sorry for him again, but Jeremy Marshall-King's been banged up already. He's going to miss the start of the season. So therefore, you may see the Kurt Donohues or the Max Plus of the world start in the hooking position.
Max. I think I'll get Max.
Would
you get Max there? Donohue had too good a year to be not getting the ball at first receiver like Cam Murray. I think you can go to that next level, Cam Murray. That sort of ball dominant player.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking at that going, there's the next, that's the maturation process of him.
Okay.
Seen 2 or 3 years of that. He works hard. He does everything good. He's got great ball skills. You need the ball more, mate.
Yeah. So I can see Morgan Knowles potentially playing front row if that's the case, if they want to go with Donohue as well. So, big Morgan Knowles fan, big fan of the Dolphins. I'll be high on them, very high on them come prediction time. I've been talking up the Dolphins for a while now. Love their number 7, love what they've been doing. And, Morgan Knowles is my number 3, mate. There's so many good players. Obviously, Ches, I didn't even mention Ches. Ches is going to be huge for the Roosters as well, I think.
I wonder where they play Ches. We'll go through
He'll
that.
play 6.
6, yeah.
He'll play
That's what I was
6.
thinking.
He hasn't told me, he hasn't said anything, but I'm just like, I don't think you even have to be inside the 4 walls to see that.
Sam Walker's
You don't want to
team.
take. You don't want to take the reins
yeah.
away from Sammy.
Yeah, that would have been a very important part of that conversation to get him there. You're making Sam Walker better.
Yeah.
Right? You're 1 or 2 years here and coaching and whatever. That's your job.
Yep.
Insert everything in your head into these young kids.
All right, mate. Well, that's it for the first episode. We will be back on Monday. We're rolling Mondays and Thursdays as per. There might be a few
Tuesday,
changes.
right? Oh,
Within Australia Day. Will be on Tuesday.
Australia Day is the one day we're going to change because we will be up there for the 9s.
Yeah.
next weekend. Is it next weekend? It is next weekend.
Yeah. It's Thursday. Yeah.
It is too.
It is next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend. We're off to the Nines next week, so we'll come back on the Tuesday. But good to be back, boys.
Yeah.
Season 4, let's go. Loading.